evening, everyone. Welcome to the Arsenal Huddle with me, DJB. It's the Sunday sit back, and all I'm going to say to you people, wow, that was a hard watch. That was a hard watch. And it's pretty much how it's been all season, if I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Not a lot in attack. We get across the line, we get lucky. We have good little stages. It's not consistent, and we get the job done. And that's all I can say on the matter. Big up to everyone locked in. JK, big up to you, my friend. Thanks for all your comments. You put quite a few in there pre-show, so big up to you. Big up to Gavin always. Lux as well. Big up to you, Bav. Always a pleasure. And Arsenal FC as well is in there. Lux is in there. Aces, big up to you, my friend. Darren Sullivan, straight in. Arteta out. He's very draining. Enough is enough. Sack the clown. Rice right back. He's dangerous and unforgivable. We're going to get onto that, bruv. Don't you worry about that. We'll be getting onto that. Unfortunately, the manager's not going anywhere. He wasn't going to go anywhere whether we win anything or not. So we're just going to have to put up with it, Darren. We're just going to have to put up with it, I'm afraid, bruv. We're all going to have less hair. We're all going to age another 20 years. You name it, it's going to happen. But big up to you, my friend, as well. Big up to Ellis Leeds. Big up, DJ, mate. Think I walked around my flat about 50 times after we scored. Had to turn it off. Got a notification from a flash score that West Ham had scored. Turned it on to see the chaos and still in shock. Yeah, I'm going to get onto the VAR as well. As you know, I say it as it is. One thing with me, I'm not biased. I'm unbiased. I give my opinion. I give my opinion on it. Whether people like it or not is up to them. One thing I do, I'm willing to take my Arsenal hat off and I'm willing to say as it is. Big up Icy Spicy. I hope everyone's all right. Start my first day at work tomorrow. So good show to sit back and relax. Big up to you, Icy Spicy. Big up to you, my friend. Hope it goes well in your new job. Congratulations. And yeah, big up to you, my friend. I hope it goes well and blessed to you, everyone as well. Robbie, big up to you as well, my friend, and everyone that's locked in. Throw out the carpet and hopefully don't trip over it. Exactly. He is. Luke's lucky bunch. Big up to you. And Bev, facts DJB, never change. I'm never going to change, brother. Don't you worry about that. So let's get on with the game. Let's get on with the game. My thoughts on the game, exactly pretty much how it's been all season. Lackluster in attack, rigid and solid in defence, and a fantastic goalkeeper. And that's about it. That sums up the season. Goalkeeper, defence, crap in attack. Let's start with a front line. Gorkarez huffed and puffed, but didn't really get any service. When he's not getting any service, he looks completely out of the game. Trossard on the left. Again, it's probably been one of our better attacking players in the last couple of games. He went off a little bit after Christmas and now he's come back again. Took his goal really, really well. Saka, non-existent. When he did cut inside, ballooning shots over the bar. Wasn't really trying to create anything. Eze, I'm worried about Eze, if I'm going to be brutally honest with everyone. I'm worried about Eze. And I'll give you the reasons why I'm worried about Eze is because when you're playing for a big football club and you're playing for a top team, you need to be consistent throughout in every single game. One of the games that you do need to be consistent is the games that matter. Games that matter. You can't have one-off moments. You've got to show up 8, 9 out of 10 week in, week out. And Eze, for me, hasn't done that. He had games against Spurs, other games he's shown up in, but there's a lot of games he's gone missing in. And you can't do it. When you're playing in the 10, I've always said this, the 10 is a vital cog in the wheel when you're playing in that 10 position. When you're playing in that 10, you have to put in performances. You have to create, you have to tackle, you have to pass, you have to shoot, you have to score goals. And he doesn't do it enough for me, consistently. When he's good, he's good. Am I glad he's at the club? 100%. Would I sell him? No. But he needs more. He needs to get better. He needs to improve. He needs to put in performances. At the moment, he's doing what exactly Crystal Palace fans have told me. He'll show up for a couple of games, go missing for a couple of games. Show up for a couple of games, go missing for a couple of games. That's Eze. That is Eze. I'm just giving you 100. Then we look on the right-hand side again, Saka, hit and miss. You know, not the Saka that's showing 300 grand a week for me. And so on and so on and so on. So that's the attacking third. Now, when we look at that game today against West Ham, there's a lot of similarities to the games that we've been playing all season. And it's been pretty much like that. It's been pretty much like that. West Ham was really kind of putting men behind the ball, and they weren't really troubled. There was a couple of incidences where we could have got in, but they weren't really troubled. Yeah. And it's worrying. Going forward, it's worrying. Yes, it might get us over. It's going to get us over the line this season. Probably win a Premiership now. But going forward, it's worrying people. That's all I'm saying. Then you look in the midfield. What have I been saying about the midfield, about the brother Declan Rice? You take him out the midfield looks all over the shop. So when Ben White got injured, how is a manager 7 years in a job that's just been given another contract and a pay rise is putting your best midfield player, probably one of the best midfield players in European football, if not world football. How is he putting him at right back when he's got a defender on the bench? And even if he didn't want to bring on Mosquera, he could have gone free at the back. He could have played free across the midfield. He could have played free at the back and he could have put on another midfielder. He could have bought on Odegaard. But then he has the audacity to put Declan Rice at right back. And everyone's in shock. Everyone's in shock. Now, soon as Declan Rice comes out of midfield, we've got no midfield. Because Zubamendi goes in there and he does what Zubamendi's been doing for me all season. He is probably the most overrated midfield player I have ever seen. One of them. He's in that top 10 of overrated midfield Premiership players. He just doesn't do it for me. He's weak. He passes sideways. He gives the ball away. Defensively, he gets back in position slowly. He's out of position defensively. He gets caught on the back foot. He gets caught on... It's just not happening. So if ever you wanted to see a midfield look wide open, you take Declan Rice out of that midfield. And again, going forward, because I'm now looking going forward, I'm now looking beyond Champions League. I'm looking next season because this brother's got a 3-year deal, remember, this manager? He's got a 3-year deal. He puts him at right back. Takes him out of the midfield. And there's no midfield. There's no midfield. Any other team, no disrespects to West Ham, could have seized that opportunity when he was at right back. It could have cost us the game. And it nearly did because West Ham then started to get on the front foot. And it nearly cost us. The diving header. Raz tipped it round the post. PSG Champions League. It's good night. It's good night. But no one's going to mention it because we won the game. And everyone's in this euphoria moment. Remember, it's Moments FC, people. So we're all in this euphoria, but no one's going to mention that. So in the second half, what he has to do, he has to juggle around the substitutions. He now has to take Calafiori off. And then he puts Lewis Skelly, who's a midfield player, at left back. Now we're disjointed. Now we're disjointed. Because there's no creativity in the midfield whatsoever now. So then he realises there's no creativity in the midfield. So he then takes off Zubimendi again, puts him on and then takes him off, and then puts Odegaard in midfield. And to be fair, Odegaard, whether you like it or not, got on the ball, calmed things down, linked up with Declan Rice, picks out the pass for Trossard, deflected shot, by the way, goes in the bottom corner, 1-0. Gets away with it once again. This manager is the most luckiest person I've ever known in my whole life. But he gets away with that. Lewis Skelly, by the way, plays at left back. Looks awful. Looks awful. Don't ever want to see him at left back. Ever. And there you have it. Defensively today, again, Gabriel and Saliba, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That two pair in there tells you all you need to know why we're going to win this league, potentially win this league. Right there. And then behind him, the goalkeeper, Raya, makes an outstanding save. Probably the save of the season that wins us the league. We'll be looking back. There's moments you look back on in a season. And you look back and you go, what's the one moment that wins us the league? And it's probably that save by David Raya. Now me, because I'm a bit of a realist, and I say it as it is, I think it's more of a bad miss than a brilliant save. He should open his body up, side foot that bottom right-hand corner. He's gone for the left-hand corner and it hit straight at him. Brilliant save, taking nothing away from David Raya. Fantastic. But he's got to score that, people. That's got to be 1-0 West Ham. That has to be 1-0 West Ham. I don't care what anyone says. Again, we get lucky. We get away with it. And this is what we've been doing. Getting away with it. We've been getting lucky in vital moments. We've not been blowing teams away. We've not been putting teams to bed. And you get the same narrative. Oh, yeah, but it's all about the 3 points. It's all about the 3 points. Yes, it is all about the 3 points. Yes, I'll accept it. Yes, it wins us the Premier League. I want the season over. Fantastic. But what about next season? When we're up against a better Liverpool team, a better Man United team, a better Aston Villa team, a better Everton team, a better Liverpool team, a better Man City team, etc., etc., etc. This is what I'm saying. Keep open-minded, people, because this is what's coming. Great win today. 3 points, happy. Jumping for joy, over the moon. Get the league, get it done. But it's football and you have to look at everything that you're looking at. You can't just live in the moment. You can't just live in the moment and lose what's happening. We're paying a manager of nearly £21 million next season. And his substitutions today, you wouldn't even get that from a class teacher filling in for a PE teacher running a year 6 or a year 10 football team. It is scandalous. It could have cost us the game. It didn't. And no one will talk about it. David Raya, hats off to you. Should have been 1-0 down. And it just goes on and on and on. And then we have that madness at the end of the game. Let's talk about the madness at the end of the game. But before I do that, I'm going to bring in some of the chat, people. Sorry if I've been waffling on. But listen, you've got to see it as it is. You've got to see it as it is. Big up to you, Ellis Leeds. Fully agree, mate. Odegaard has to piss off at the end of the season. Absolute pillar foot. But today he somehow came on and snatched us the win, which is all that's asked. And this is exactly what it is. This is exactly what it is. Odegaard shows up. Perhaps that's his niche off the bench. Perhaps he's a squad player. I don't know. Listen, I'm not an Odegaard fan. Yes, I want him sold, but I think under a proper manager, Odegaard would be a lot better. I'm sorry. Big up to you, Prone. Hope you're well, brother. Eze disappears. Why is that Arteta's job's getting him to get him involved? It is. It is. His instructions. He's holding the line. I think. I think he needs to play with a little bit more freedom. But at the end of the day, Eze has to take the ball by the horns, and when he does have, when he gets his opportunity, Darren, he's got to take it. Unfortunately, I don't know whether he's done enough to keep his Champions League place. I really don't know. I won't be. Don't be surprised if Eze's on the bench in the Champions League and Odegaard's playing. You know, I still think we need a quality number 10 at this football club. A real quality number 10. Arteta did his best to wreck it, but still has 2 more games to wreck. Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm not counting my chickens yet, brother. No way. No way. We could easily struggle against Burnley at home and draw 1-1 or something stupid like that. You know, listen, I'm not putting any dampers on it, but I weren't impressed today. I'm not getting carried away with the euphoria. I thought the performance wasn't very good. And if I'm going to be brutally honest with you, I thought West Ham deserved a draw. Good evening, my friend. Hope you're well. Good evening, everyone. Guys, community, we are only about 28 subs away from 3K. If we can make that happen before the Champions League, I'll be over the moon. Yeah? All right. 3K, 28 away from 3K. So if you haven't subbed, make sure you sub. If you're new to, if you've come across, welcome everyone. Colin FC, we were bad. Let's not gloss it. But listen, we get the win. We go on. You know, let's talk about some positives. Raya was brilliant. I thought again had to do what Raya had to do. Gabriel and Saliba, solid as you like. Rice in midfield, I thought looked comfortable, got on the ball, drove forward when he could. Trossard was good. Other than that, not really a lot to shout about. Not really a lot to shout about. And those substitutions were absolutely horrendous. And it could have backfired. It could have easily backfired. Easily backfired. I haven't got a clue what he was doing, what he was trying to do. What he was trying to do. But Ben White, unfortunately for Ben White, I think that could be it for him. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good injury-wise. If he was in Tommy Tooks' plans for the World Cup, it's probably put the hammer blow on that. Champions League, he might have had a shout in that. I don't think he's going to be playing in that. It doesn't look good. And look, I always say this, right, people? It doesn't matter what you say about a football player. You can have your likes and your dislikes about a football player, but when a player takes a real bad injury like that and they're missing out on massive games, World Cups and everything else, you've got to feel a little bit sorry for them. You have to feel a little bit sorry for them, I'm afraid. But, you know, that's football. Should he have gone in the tackle harder? Yeah, he left his foot dangling. He wasn't brave enough. Impact injuries like that, when the ball, between the ball and you come down on the ball, it jars the knees. It's not good. It's not good. But yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately. Let's get on to the VAR. Let's get on to the VAR. Now then, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. Okay? I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I've seen worse infringements during corners than that, and goals have been given. I've seen shirts being pulled. I've seen players wrestled to the ground. I've seen defenders wrestled to the ground, preventing them to getting headers on the ball that's led to a goal. I've seen attackers pushed and wrestled to the ground that's prevented them from scoring. I've seen goalkeepers come out and miss the ball and clatter attackers out the way, and there's been no penalty given. I've seen all sorts of madness. And not once has VAR been involved, or very rarely, and not once has the referee gone to the screen to review it. I have seen all sorts throughout the season of crazy stuff going on during corners. Shirts being pulled, wrestling, grabbing, holding, arms, pushing out the way, etc., etc., etc. If you look at that as that ball comes in, there's Rice grappling, there's Trossard holding. The goalkeeper Raya has come out and flapped. Yes, the arms are crossed. If you take the arm away, does Raya catch it cleanly? That's what you've got to ask yourself. Is Raya in control of the situation if that arm is across him? Even if that arm's not across him, is he in control of that situation to grab that ball? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Now, I've seen them given, but I've never seen them disallowed. And that's all I'm saying. Taking me Arsenal hat off, I think we got away with one. Yes, it was a foul. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. But if you're going to be consistent in giving that, then every single corner that comes, you are hardly going to see any goals scored from set pieces. Because throughout the season, I have seen crazy stuff and goals have been given. Penalties have not been given. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to go down that road and disallow that goal, you have got to be consistent in every single corner that comes into the box. By the way, I thought Kavanagh was appalling today. I thought the referee was all over the shop. He's a terrible ref anyway. With both wins, Raya's making act time top 25. I think Raya's up there in the top here. We could DJB exactly. We could drop our pants again. We could easily. Great goal from Doué PSG. Lift the title tonight. Barca 2, Arsenal 2. Yeah. PSG lift the title tonight. We should have lifted the title ages ago, Luck, shouldn't we? That shouldn't have been. We shouldn't have been sweating today. We should have had the opportunity to play all the reserves today. Put Max Dowman out there. Let West Ham have a go and put Tottenham in the crap. Do you know what I mean? The performance was terrible. Saka back to his was. Gorkarez didn't get the service. Arteta nearly effed up. Absolutely, AFC. Worrying, brother. Worrying. Aces, can't believe that full debtor is gaining a new 4-year contract and 20 million a year from this scandalous. It was already in the bag. Couldn't even wait till the end of the season. To win the league, you have to scrap a goal. Yeah, I agree. You have to scrap it. But we've been scrapping it all season, bruv. I'm happy to scrap at the end of the season. I don't care how we won it today. I don't care how we beat Burnley. I don't care how we beat Crystal Palace. But we've been like it all season. Pound for pound, it hasn't been pretty. Zubimendi, I don't want him at my club again. I'm sorry, mate, but if Odegaard's getting the same stick, then the same stick has got to go to Zubimendi. If we're giving Odegaard abuse and want him out the club, then Zubimendi needs to be moved on as well. I think Zubimendi's a good choice to bring off the bench when we're playing Man City away, or, we need to sort of tighten things up. Bring Zubimendi on. I get that. But to start him, no. It's Lewis Skelly starts for me. That's if we haven't sold him, by the way. Watch this space. AFC 1987, of course, but there's scrapping wins and there's exactly. Question from 71 to the present. I've seen some drab football. What manager, in your honest, who's played the worst football as Arsenal, in your opinion? Some of the football under Terry Neal was poor. Some of the football under Terry Neal was poor. I mean, some of the football under George Graham weren't the best, to be honest with you. But it had end products. You could see what he was doing with the players we had, and he had to just get the best results he could with the players he had. If you're going to put it in comparison, the players we have got at this football club, the flair, the talent, and the crop of players we have at this football club, we should be playing better football than what we're doing. Yeah, you know, it's like having a Ferrari and driving it at 20 mile an hour everywhere. You got a nice open road, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. There's no cameras. There's no speed humps. You open up that Ferrari. Yeah, we've got a Ferrari and we're playing like a Ford Focus. And to me, there's no excuses. It's not been good. It's not been good, bruv. So some of the tactics and some of the football that I've seen under Arteta has been poor. Like Haaland tearing off Gabriel's shirt when we went away to City. Exactly. Big up to you, Bold and Rancher. Big up to you. Welcome to the community, my friend. Enjoy your takes. You'll say it as it is. Not many channels are like yours. Your take of thinking ahead is true. Liverpool from January 25 were poor and went into this season. League win pampered over the cracks. There you go. There you go. There was cracks appearing last season with Liverpool, and Liverpool fans had a little inkling of what this season would be like. I'm seeing that with this team. I've said this, right, and I might be wrong. I might be way, way wrong. But enjoy it. Enjoy this season, people. Enjoy this season. Enjoy if we get our hands on that league. Enjoy it. If we do a miracle and beat PSG, enjoy it. Live it up. Remember it. Because the next 3 seasons under this manager is not going to be pretty. I'm telling you that now. If I'm wrong, I'll hold my hands up and say I got it wrong. He changed his tune. Sometimes managers, when they're successful and they get over the line, they improve. Alex Ferguson, for example. But he's no Alex Ferguson. This is what I'm trying to say. He's no Alex Ferguson. Signs today, let's be honest, again, he gets out of jail a lot, doesn't he? He's messed up the substitutions that didn't cost us the game. Raya makes a save because the player should have buried it. Let's be honest. Great save, poor finish. I'll leave it to you, chat. I've played football. And I'm telling you now, me in my pomp, non-league football, that's a goal. Simple as that. That's a goal. I'm opening up my body and I'm side-footing that bottom right-hand corner. I don't know whether that's a bad finish or a brilliant save. You know? Cannot believe he bought on Zubi and put Rice right back, sim at a party, right? Telling you, Arsenal Women's TV, I am telling you, when he hits that panic button, he's clueless. He panicked. He absolutely panicked. And if anyone tells me that he never got at half time Rice or someone like that saying to him, boss, what you doing? What you doing? Or his coach is going, boss, like, what's happening? You can't have Dex at right back. What's going on? He never made that decision on his own. What, you think everyone at half time went in the changing room and just sat there with their arms folded and he made the decision? Unless he held his hands up and went, look, I totally got it wrong. I'm going to change it. Fair enough. But I reckon he'd have stuck with his... Because the trouble is with him, when he makes a decision, he thinks that that's perfect. I reckon he was under pressure at half time to change it up. That is my opinion. He's too arrogant to admit that he'd made a mistake. Rivals saying Arsenal cheating, laugh at look at the City game yesterday. I wouldn't say it's cheating. It's just a decision that's gone our way. And I'm not saying it ain't a foul. It is a foul. What I'm saying is I have seen worse, and I've seen fouls on corners. Fouls that I'm thinking, how's that not a penalty? He's pulled him to the ground. And it's not been given. I've seen worse where there's been pulling shirts, holding people down, climbing over people's backs, and it's gone in and it's been given. They're all fouls. Today was a foul and it was given. I've seen worse and it's not been given. That's all I'm saying. Again, it comes down to that word consistency. There's been no consistency from the referees and VAR. None whatsoever. And it's brilliant if it goes for you. It's a nightmare if it goes against you. Because you watch next season, there'll be a decision that goes against us and it'll be, oh, everyone's against Arsenal. Everyone's against the refs have got a conspiracy. Well, there's no conspiracy today, is there, people? No conspiracy today. We got the decision and we got out of jail. DJB, I think the issue is the consistency. Here you go, bruv. On the day it's a foul, but that shot shows multiple players wrestling for the ball. I see why people are frustrated. We see it all the time. Bolden Rancher 844, big up to you, my friend. We see it all the time. How many times on corners do we see it? I've seen Arsenal players wrestle to the ground on corners, and I'm giving it like, why not? How's that not a penalty? He's got his shirt, he's pulled him to the ground. I've seen it for Arsenal. I've seen Arsenal do it to other teams. I've seen it done to us. And as I said, he's got his arm across him. In the letter of the law, it's a foul. However, I have seen them given. I have seen them given. What I will say, any West Ham fans watching, I know it's painful. And I know you're trying to grab onto any little thing to make your season better. But that VAR decision is not the reason you're going down into the Championship if you go down. That is one of many. But that is not the whole reason you're going down, because I heard, oh, he's just relegated us. VAR's just relegated us. No. Lopetegui being in charge, Potter being in charge, and Sullivan as your owners has relegated you. Not at the VAR decision. The 20 games that you've just played before you played us today, or the 20 games at the start of the season, is what's relegated you. Not VAR. Yeah? You're down there for a reason. It's because you've not been good enough for 36 games or so. That's the whole thing. Your manager should have brought Wilson on instead of the other guy up front, Pablo. Wilson should have been on bullying Gabriel and Saliba. That's not VAR's decision. That's your manager's decision. So, you know, sometimes you have to look at it for what it is. Greetings, DJB and all. That was a tense watch. Horrible watch, Aaron Glide. Horrible watch. But it's been a tense watch for the last 2 or 3 seasons, my friend. If you think this season's going to be a tense watch, get yourself ready. Enjoy your summer and get yourself ready for next season, brother. These refs are from League 2. I don't know where they're from. Big up Static, Darren AFC 1987, Gavin and J Lux. Yeah, a big up. So make sure that you go and sub to Arsenal Women's TV. Mods, can you get there? Pin your channel in, and we'll have it go. Facts, DJB. Mick the Fraud again causing us stress. Darren Sullivan, my friend. I'm telling you, it is non-stop, Darren, isn't it, bruv? Non-stop. 74 in the building. Make sure you smash your like, people. If you haven't subbed to the channel, make sure you sub. We're not far away from 3K. If we can get that by the time we play the Champions League, I'll be absolutely over the moon. If we can't, we go again, people. We go again. DJB, the trust of all, you're all real and do not act it up. Thanks, brother. I'm just me. I'm just myself. I don't need to act up. I'm just myself, just talking as it is. I'm not biased. I'm a football fan. I'm feeling it for them West Ham fans today, bro. It's a shame. It is a shame that West Ham are in this situation. 14 years in the Premiership. It is a shame. It is a shame they're in this situation. And it can happen to any team. It can happen to any team. Look at Leicester. Won the Premiership, FA Cup winners. They're going down into Division 1. It's crazy. Big up to everyone. This is the worst Premier League winning side ever. If we win the trophy, I think, Darren, have I seen a worse team lift the Premiership? No, Blackburn were good. Liverpool were good. The two times they won it. Man City have always played some good football every time they've won it. Man United teams, Arsenal teams, Chelsea were good. Yeah, it's not going to be good, bruv, is it? It's not going to be good. We won't worry about that though. We'll lift it. We'll be shameless. Darren. We'll lift it. We'll be shameless. We'll lift it and enjoy it. If it win, if it, it's 2 games to go yet. Anything can happen. I can't get confident until it's actually physically done. When I see them red and white ribbons going around the handles of the Premiership trophy, like the one behind me, when I see this, then I know it's done. No stoppage time, El Clasico. Barca win La Liga again. Gooner SC. There you go. Barca, champions. Hansi Flick and co. What a team. Yeah. Big up to Barca. And congratulations to Barca. 100%. Big up DJB. Dibbly dobbly, as Kenny would say. Did it today. This is a massive goal. Arsenal winning the Premier League this season. Yeah, big up Christopher Nichols. Yeah, Kenny was enjoying it. Massive win. Great result, poor performance. That's all I've been saying. Great result, poor performance. Too many players for me don't do it for me. Saka again, poor. Eze again. Eze wasn't very good. Managers, yeah, I mean, less said about them. Substitutions, we've already covered it. Poor, but 4 cup finals, 78, 81. Yeah, poor, but 4. Yeah, listen, Colin, I agree with you, my friend. The Terry Neal days were painful. They were painful, but he got us to cup finals, didn't he? I mean, what do you say? I know it's one of them, isn't it? It is one of them. Though we winning the football is crap and more of it to come. Buckle up, guys. Benso, don't you? DJB, Zubamendi's a problem in the team. As soon as he came on, we were reverted to old pragmatic football. He isn't good enough to be a starter. He's a squad player at best. Well, Odegaard gets accused of slowing the game down. Now, again, I'm not defending Odegaard. I'm just telling you what people are saying. Odegaard slows the game down. He passes sideways. He does this. He does that. No one does it worse than Zubamendi. I'm telling you now. No one does it worse than Zubamendi. So if you're going to lay into Odegaard, you don't let Zubamendi off scot-free. That's all I'm saying. Big up the Southern Gooner, my friend. Make sure you're subbing to the Southern Gooner. Absolute legend. 1 call to bring on Zubamendi almost poisoned the match to the core. Those are the decisions that frighten me when it comes to this manager. We also called Rice at right back before the season was out. We did. I remember it, Matty. I remember saying he'll probably do something madness and put Rice at right back. Was I on? I think I was on the roundabout. I can't remember. Don't be silly. You just hate the manager. No, it's something stupid he would do, I said. And there you go. Bang. Puts Rice at right back. Matty, enjoy this season, brother, because you know what's coming next season, don't you? You know what's coming for the next 3 seasons with this guy. You're going to see more outrageous substitutions. You're going to see more boring football. You're going to see more players digress. And enjoy it. Whatever we win this season, take it all in, bottle it up, put it on your shelf, because you might have to revert back to it next season and the season after. He showed his colours today, what this manager's really all about. He got lucky, let's be honest. Today he got lucky. I can count, there's so many games he's got lucky in. Whenever this guy's under pressure, he scams it. He scams it. He scams it. Let's be real. Let's be real. Absolutely scams it. Big up the Suge, absolute legend. Big up DJB in the chat. Hit the likes and subscribe. The Suge has spoken, people. The Suge has spoken, and he comes in again and speaks again. I saw someone say on X that no one from that Barca squad, which had Xavi, Iniesta and Messi, would make it into this Arsenal squad. Should we just take a pause, people? Big up, Suge. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to go mad on this, right? We're just going to take a pause. I'll read it again. And anyone that has seen that great Barca team will realise how stupid this comment on X that Suge has highlighted brilliantly will sound. I saw someone say on X that no one from that Barca squad, which had Xavi, Iniesta and Messi, would make it into this Arsenal squad. It's batshit, isn't it? Isn't it? Big up, Suge. This is what we have to deal with. This is the delusional, crazy, madness fan base we have to deal with. Oh dear. What can we say? Big up DJB. Binksy, how you doing, Binks? Big up to you. Great performance today, Binks, wasn't it? Blew them away, didn't we? Blew them away. Absolutely blew them away. The 1-2s, the passing, the moving, free-flowing football. We was in control for 20 minutes. I'm thinking we're going to go on and batter these. We get one goal, we're going to score 2 or 3. No, we won't, because we're going to put Rice at right back for 20-odd minutes. And then when we realise getting into the changing room because of the backlash from players and coaches, I better change it in the second half. And even when he changed it, it didn't look brilliant in the attack, did it? Good evening, DJB. Good evening, the Hendon. Hope you're well, brother. Make sure you're smashing a like. Sub to the channel as well, everyone. Let's get to 3K. Screenplay, Man City FC. Mate, that Fernandes bloke who missed the sitter has blood on his hands. He relegated West Ham, kept Spurs up and made you guys win the title. Should be the most hated West Ham player in history. Screenplay, unfortunately, the VAR decision has taken all of that away. This is what we do in football, isn't it, people? We don't look at the bigger picture. We don't look at outside the box. We look at the moment. That's why me and Matty, the Southern Gooner that's in the channel, we're realistic. We're an earth sign. Both of us are earth signs. So we look around the perimeter. It wasn't VAR that cost them the game today. It was that miss right there. Big ups to Screenplay. That miss cost West Ham today, not VAR. The two managers that the West Ham board employed before this guy walked in cost them the Premiership, not VAR. And the 20 matches at the start of the season, when they were absolutely awful up until Christmas, has cost them their Premiership status, not VAR. However, I'll say it again. I am not saying it wasn't a foul. What I am saying is that I have seen a lot worse that should have been penalties that wasn't given, that were goals and wasn't given. That's all I'm saying. And what you've got to ask yourself, if that arm across Raya was not there, was Raya in full control of the situation to come out and catch that ball? Me personally, don't think he was, because he was falling backwards. So whether that arm was across him or not, he wasn't in control. I'll let you make your mind up. DJB Arsenal Huddle, the foul on Raya was in 3 parts. Hand on Raya's arm, impeding to catch the ball. Arm across Raya's throat. Raya's shirt being pulled. What about all of the shenanigans that was before all of that, though? What was the first foul, though, Hendon? Was it Rice blocking and holding and pulling the shirt? Was it Trossard holding and pulling the shirt? What was the first incident? As I said, I'm not saying they got it wrong, all right? I'm not saying they got it wrong. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. What I'm saying is that if you're going to give that, then you've got to carry on the narrative, and you've got to carry on disallowing goals for pulling, arm across, holding shirts, everything. I've seen Arsenal players do it. I've seen it done on Arsenal players where I'm screaming for a penalty. Go and watch the screen. Go to VAR. Look, he's holding him. He's pulled him down. And it hasn't been given. It's all about consistency. Every morning about VAR, but they all wanted VAR in the game. Yep. Shut up. The sun is going down. It's getting dark. JK, the sun went down here a few hours ago, bruv. It's been quite cold today, actually. It was chilly. It was cold today. I didn't think it was warm. I feel sorry to West Ham. I love the club. That was unfair. Look, everybody knows. Listen, as I said, the writing was on the wall for West Ham. I mean, they've made a fist of it. Look, it's not all doom and gloom yet for West Ham. Leeds, I'll tell you what, though. If you think Leeds are going to go to Spurs tomorrow and do an Aston Villa, it ain't happening. Leeds will be proper professional tomorrow. They'll want to climb the table. They'll give it a go tomorrow, Leeds. They won't lay down and die. People go, oh, Leeds are on the beach. Spurs are going to win easy. It ain't going to happen. Binks 90. If the hand on Raya's lower arm was not there, then the foul would probably be not given. And then again, Raya could have caught the ball. I don't know, Hendon. I don't think he was in full control. That's all I'm saying. I also thought it was a foul. He actually held Raya's arm properly, and then from the back, he was pulled. Arteta will probably get a free pass next season if we win the trophy. He's already got it, my friend. That decision was made whether we'd have won anything or not. All of this is a relative. Even if he hadn't have won the Premiership or Champions League, he was going to be here for another 2 or 3 seasons. He was never really under pressure. His job was never really in jeopardy. Brings too much money in. Brings too much money. Big up the soldiers all, as always. Let's catch up with a chat. Give people DJB Trossard's wife leaves him and suddenly finds his form. Oh, that's cruel, man. That's cruel. Yeah, but, you know. Yeah. Big up Barca. R.I.P. Hansi Flick's dad. Oh, man, what's happened? I haven't heard. If that's true, then that's tragic, man. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Big up everyone that's locked in. Fact, Zubi's the biggest offender. Even the commentator said it. Black's Crow, listen, I'm not saying Odegaard is the new... I'm not saying Odegaard shouldn't be sold. He's on my list to be sold without a shadow of a doubt. But again, I ain't blowing my own trumpet because it ain't me. I saw enough of Zubimendi in the first 5 games. First couple of games, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But this is a Spanish international. This has played his football in Spain. I gave, after about 6 games, I'm thinking, I don't rate him. And everyone round about Christmas, if it weren't for Zubimendi, Rice wouldn't be the player he is. Zubimendi, he's Super Mendy. What a signing. One of the signings of the season. Signing of the season, Zubimendi. Fantastic signing. Made Arsenal what they are now. If we win the league, Zubimendi's been a huge part of it. No. We win the league, David Raya, Saliba, Gabriel, Declan Rice, and the first part of the season till he got injured, Timber. They're the 5 players that have won us the league. All defensive. All defensive. If you was to say, look back in 2-3 years season and someone says to you, what players stood out for you that won Arsenal the league in 25-26? David Raya, Gabriel, Saliba, Rice, Timber. That's it. That's how we've won the league. Not Zubimendi, not Saka, not Trossard, not Martin Odegaard, not Havertz. We have won the league. If we win this league, it is a defensive unit that has won us the league, not the attack. And it's a miracle that Gyökeres has scored 19 goals in all comps. 14 in the league, by the way. Let's just say it now. Gyökeres, 97 goals, has scored 14 league goals. I'll spin that. If I was to say to you at the start of the season, we're going to sign a striker that's going to score 14 goals in a season, what would you say? I ain't knocking him because it ain't his fault. "19 goals in all comps, brilliant. If that was 19 goals in the Premiership, we'd have won the league about 3-4 weeks ago." Now, when you spin things, sometimes you get a little bit dizzy because you get carried away with a moment. Again, Moment FC. Big up Southern Gooner. Ricardo Calafiori half-time substitution was down to injury suffered by the player. Mikel Arteta has confirmed. Right. Okay. There you go. So it wasn't tactical. If Calafiori hadn't have got injured, Declan Rice would have played the 90 minutes at rest of the game at right back. This elite manager would have played Declan Rice at right back for the rest of the game if Calafiori hadn't have got injured. Mind you, Calafiori's always injured. He's another one I'd be out the door in the summer. Yeah? He's Tommy Asu settings all day long. He's always injured, the brother. Interesting, Matty. Thanks for that, bruv. Ian Wright on Sky saying this is the best Arsenal team in history. Well, Ian Wright's playing up to the gantry, and he's playing up to the people, isn't he? Yeah, this is why he gets the gigs. This is why he gets where he gets. I loved Ian Wright as a player. Ian Wright was everything to me. I absolutely idolised Ian Wright. Ian Wright as a pundit, I ain't got the time of day for. He's gone to the dark side for me. Darth Vader, Star Wars. I ain't got time for him. Because if you're coming out with crap like that, I'll just remember you as a player in a red and white shirt. That's all I want to remember you by. Shocking from Arteta tonight. What the hell was that? Mikel Arteta. That's what that was. As I said, enjoy it this season. You've got another 3 years of it, bruv. Amazing how deluded some people are. They're all deluded people. They're all deluded. They're all deluded. People don't like... See, the problem is, right, people don't like people that are realists. And I've said this before. When you're a realist, you upset people. Not because you're an horrible person. It's because you're realistic. And sometimes when you're realistic, you say things that don't fit the narrative. And if it don't fit the narrative, then you're thrown out. You're this. You're homophobic. You're racist. You're this. You're that. You're this. You're that. But you're not. You're just being realistic. You're just saying it as it is. Yeah. Perhaps that's why I am what I am. I'm just me. Don't hurt anyone. Don't offend anyone. I'm just realistic. Yeah. Hello, sir. How was your meal today? Not good enough. Is it? You know, when the waiters and waitresses come around and they sort of say, is everyone okay with their meal? And everyone go, yeah, thank you. And then when you get home, they don't stop moaning about it. How much did that cost? That was crap. My steak was cold. This wasn't cooked, blah, blah, blah. Hello, sir. Is everything all right with your meal? No, not really. Don't like the way that's been cooked. It's a bit cold. Not paying for it. They ask, I answer. Simple. Said this before, I'll say it again. 2 weeks between the Champions League final and the World Cup, then 2 weeks between the World Cup and the final, and our possession tour. Wow, 2 weeks, Champions League final and the World Cup, then 2 weeks. Wow, that's what I mean. There's not a lot of rest time. They'll soon be back, Suge. Dallowell, best Arsenal side in history that so far still hasn't won the title or the Champions League. It's not the best team in history. I'm sorry. Even if they do win the Premier League, I'm still not. There's still a lot of these players. There's a lot of good players. I really rate Gabriel and Saliba, and I really rate Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice it proved it today. I'm sorry. I've always said this about Declan Rice. Declan Rice is the sort of player that some games he might not be on it to his standards, but he's still there and you still notice what he does. When Declan Rice is not playing, you notice. And that is a sign of a good player. When he went right back, that midfield was gone. Saliba and Gabriel was holding on to the ball a lot longer because there was no Declan Rice to play the ball into, and they didn't trust anyone else with it. All of these things went missing when Declan Rice was playing at right back. And this manager, if Calafiori hadn't have got injured, would still have had Declan Rice at right back and we'd have gone and lost the game. I'm telling you that now, we'd have lost that game. But we won't mention it. We won't mention it. 97 locked in the building, guys. Let's get the likes up and let's make sure you sub to the channel. We were seconds away from bottling it and Rao saved us. That sums up the manager to a T on a knife edge. He's a lucky man. He is a lucky man. Bad miss or good save? I thought it was a good save. He saved it with his feet. He came out, made himself big. All goalkeepers do that. But the first thing they do, one-on-one, you make yourself as big as possible, make the goal as small as possible. And he done his job. All credit to David Raya. Brilliant. Now we talk about the player. You're one-on-one in front of the goal. Does Thierry Henry miss that? Nope. Bergkamp, no. Gorkarez, no. Ian Rush, no. Andy Cole, no. No one misses that. For me, horrible miss. Your team's in a relegation battle. You got to put that away. And again, let's flip it. Let's say that was Arsenal. Let's say that was Gorkarez one-on-one with a goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper saves it. Would we all be saying great save, or would we be saying Gorkarez, what a miss? He should have scored that. He should have buried that. We wouldn't be saying world-class save. We'd be absolutely killing him for missing it. Rather watch you than Lee, guys. Lost the plot. Guys, lost the plot. Oh man, I can't go down that route, man. I've got no comment. I'm not watching the Lee at the moment, so I'm doing my own bit. Big up to you. We should have been so far ahead. That game should have not. Listen, the league should have been won ages ago. We should not have been sweating. We should not have been going through what we're going through. Simple as that, people. Corrupt FC, like Lee's saying, give us Super Dick the statue if he wins the. No, sorry, man. No statues. I'm not one for statues. Joe Fagan's first English manager to win the treble ain't got anything outside Anfield. No, big clubs don't make a mockery. You ain't got Roy Keane outside Old Trafford. Yeah? They don't do it. It's expectation. Why do we need all these gimmicks everywhere? Why do we need to prove that we're a big club? Why do we need to keep putting statues up to convince everyone we're a massive club? We don't need a statue. Just get on with it. If he wins the, I'll tell you what, right? I might change my mind. If he wins the Premiership this year, wins it next year, wins the Champions League, and then wins another Champions League, then I might say, yeah, all right, give him what he likes. Until then, no. He's had £1 billion, 7-year contract. Law of averages, when you give a manager £1 billion and you give them 7 years in a job, law of averages, you're going to win the Premier League at some point. You got to. I'd say more than 50% of our goals from corners and set pieces has come from some infringement by our players. Serge, exactly what I've been saying, brother. Exactly what I've been saying. And I'll say it again. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. All I'm saying is I've seen incidences that have been far worse, that should have been penalties or goals scored and that have been given. I've seen holding. I've seen grappling. I've seen infringements on goalkeepers that have led to goals and they've stood. But for some reason or other, this incident was taken to VAR. And yet all the other incidences that you've seen from corners and everything else haven't. And I can see why people are questioning it. I understand that. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. It was a foul. But if you're gonna take that to VAR, then you've got to take all the other incidences to VAR as well, and all the incidences that you're going to see next week. You will see worse incidences than that next Saturday. Go and have a look. Go and have a look today. Go and have a look at the corners that have been the games that have been played over the weekend, and go and have a look at some of the corners, and you'll see fouls where goals have been given and not even gone to VAR. Endanguna, cheers. I had a double check because I mediate using elements. I'm very surprised to hear Dave talking about that. Don't understand what you're saying. Kenny only got one in 2021 after winning Liverpool's one League Cup and doubling his first season. There you go. King Kenny statue. Oh, man. Sabido was pulling Ray's shirt and the other guy grabbed his wrist. Then he's catching the ball and the rival tears are insane. Yeah, it was a free kick. It was a free kick. Right decision. So next time it happens, it's no goal. And if Arsenal score a goal and we've been holding and pulling shirts, then we expect it to be disallowed. So no tears. Guys, oh man, can we not? I'm not interested. It's my channel. I'm not interested what's going on other channels, people. In all due respects, I'm just not interested in what's going on in other channels, Corrupt FC. Yeah, so my chat's not interested either. If you want to keep an eye on what's going on, that's up to you. But it's not my gig, unfortunately. I'm doing my Sunday sit back. Lee's doing his thing. People do their own thing. Yeah, I don't get in for tit for tat. It ain't a girls' playground. Sorry. Do you think we're down now? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to say it, but I think if Spurs win tomorrow, 4 points behind, massive goal difference, I think you've got to prepare yourself for the worst, brother. Prepare yourself for the worst. Such a shame, but yeah, I think you'll go if Spurs lose. If Spurs lose tomorrow, the door's open again. The door's open again. You have to beat Newcastle. You have to win your next 2 games to have any real chance. But if Spurs win tomorrow, I think that could be it. I think that could be it. You just got to hope. Even if Spurs draw tomorrow, they've opened the door. But yeah, yeah. And I didn't forecast West Ham to go down, to be honest with you. I had Forest safe, I had Leeds safe, and I had West Ham safe because what I was watching our Spurs were playing were awful. Since De Zerbi's turned up, they've looked a little bit better. They've looked a little bit more organised and a little bit on it. But yeah, it'd be right sad if West Ham go down. DJB Arsenal Idol, Hansi Flick's father's passed away early this morning on the day. Oh man, bless up. My thoughts and wishes, and yeah, goes with his Hansi Flicks and the family. Yes, that's sad, man. No, that's real sad. I mean, I can't imagine what that guy's going through. He's got all the emotions of Barca winning the title, and he's having to deal with that. You know, just puts everything in perspective, doesn't it? It is only football, people. It is. There's more things to think of than football. Football's only part of our lives, but there's bigger things to think about. Hendon, and that's showing we haven't had the same grace that we're given previously. Exactly. Big up to you, Suge, my friend. I don't want to hear any Top Gooners ever mention what trophies Arteta has won. Trophies doesn't matter. He would have kept his job no matter what. Egypt, 100%. 100%. He was on a ride to heaven. He was never, ever going to lose his job. Ever. So Arsenal will start the season with at least 6 injuries to start the season. I'll be expecting a slow start. The assembled, I'm telling you that now. If these players don't get the rest and they don't get it, then players will be fatigued at the start of the season, especially the ones that are going to the World Cup. E20 zone, James. Big up to you, my friend. Gallant performance today. I thought you defended well. Showed a little bit of bravery. Exactly what we spoke about. If you can go in 70 minutes, if it's still 0-0, start opening up. I thought Wilson should have been on instead of Pablo, to be honest with you. I thought Wilson would have put Saliba and Gabriel under more pressure. And he's been in the Premiership. He's been there before. So I think not bringing Wilson on early was a mistake. The miss, I know you're going to go. I know VAR and the foul, and was it a foul? Weren't it a foul? I get that, But the miss, I mean, when he's clean through, he's got to open up his body and slot it bottom right-hand corner, mate. You're 1-0 up, you know. He's got to score that. He's got to score that. And he didn't. And listen, I know you're hurting with VAR, but it ain't VAR that's relegated you, mate. It ain't VAR that's relegated you. It's the whole season. It's the start of the season up until Christmas. It's the managers you appointed before this guy walked in the door. The damage was already done, you know. It ain't that one incident. It's what you've done all season, unfortunately, brother. But yeah, I've been saying it. If you're gonna rule out that goal, then there's going to be hundreds of goals ruled out. Because as I said to you before, I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. What I am saying is I've seen a lot worse, and I've seen them given, and I've seen a lot worse that should have been penalties on corners, and they've not been given. So we'll see. Corrupt, did you actually hear him say, oh, man. Spot on, Soge. Arteta has shown today that playing Zubimendi for 34 games was a mistake. He's been as good as maybe 3 or 4 games out of 34. Egypt, again, he should have been rotated properly. I'd like to see him in a number 8, but I just don't think he's got it. I just don't think he's built for the Premiership. And the more I see Zubimendi, whether it's the 8 or the 6, the more I see Zubimendi, I'm convinced even more that it's just some players when they come to the Premiership just haven't got it. They haven't got what's required to play in the Premiership. And he's just one of them. Perhaps that's the reason why he was stalling on his contract and it took so long. Remember, we signed him months before he actually got over the line and he was actually an Arsenal player. And then he was tinkering with the idea of signing for Real Madrid and he didn't want to come to Arsenal. Perhaps he knew that the Premiership weren't for him. I don't know. Big up JK. Would Arteta go at the end of off the season, Wenger after Hull? Would Arteta to go at the end of off the season? Wenger outstayed his welcome. He should have gone after Hull, Wenger, without a doubt. He wouldn't have gone at the end of the season, Arteta. No, not at all. Not at all. Big up E20 Zone TV. Yeah, big up. Tough day for you. Massive, horrible day. Horrible. You could put Gorkarez in there, DJB, some important ones. It's never a foul. Yeah. I mean, I've seen them not given. There was a lot going on before that rare incident, James. There was lots going on. Rice was holding and pulling. Trossard was interfering as well. There was lots going on before that ball even got to Raya. And I asked the question to the chat: if that arm hadn't have gone across Raya's throat, would he have been in control anyway? Would he have been in control? Would he have gathered that ball? I thought he was falling backwards anyway. So, yeah. Harsh. It's one of them. It's one of them. I thought you deserved the point, if I'll be honest with you. Odegaard seems to be better off the bench, but you can't have a sub making 240k a week. You can't have a sub as captain either. Can't have a sub as captain. And Eze needs to pull his socks up, Troy. I'm sorry. Eze needs to pull his socks up. Eze needs to be more consistent for me. I'm not getting on the Eze bandwagon because he's got nice dreadlocks and scores the odd brilliant goal. Sorry. He's got to get more productive for me, Eze. You're playing in number 10 for Arsenal. He ain't no Paul Merson and he ain't no David Rocastle out there, is he? Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry. He's no Dennis Bergkamp. Well, no one's no Dennis Bergkamp, I know. But you know what I'm trying to say. He's got to be more consistent. Declan Rice fouling Mavropanos. We won't mention that. I did mention it, brother. On my channel, it will get a mention. Any other Arsenal channel, it ain't happening. But this channel, definitely E20 zone. I said it right at the start of my stream. There was lots going on before that ball even got to David Raya. Rice was failing Mavropanos badly, holding him back and everything. What they should have done was looked at the whole scenario. Now, was the Raya foul the first incident? If he'd have blown up, if he'd have spotted Rice and blown up, yeah, that's a penalty. That's how you got to look at it. This is what I'm saying. So listen, bruv, I've mentioned it. I've mentioned it. Don't you worry about that. Sack the manager, I've said. Yeah, he ain't going to get the sack, though. You got another 3 years of this. And so that's what I keep saying to you. Enjoy this season. Whatever we win, bottle it up, put it on the shelf, because it ain't happening again. Not under this manager. It ain't happening. You can clip this if you want. We'll be struggling to make Champions League next season. I've seen enough bad performances under this manager to convince me that this is not sustainable long term. Don't worry, E20 Zone TV. It will be so Spursy of Spurs. Listen, James, keep the faith, bruv. Remember, it's Spurs, and Spurs do Spursy things. And I'm telling you now, Leeds won't put a performance in like Aston Villa did the other night. That's one thing you can guarantee. Leeds will play for the shirt tomorrow. Don't stress. Don't stress. I'm telling you now, if Leeds beat Spurs tomorrow, I am jumping all around all over the place. Go left, go right, you go with the flow. Well, you do, but try saying that when you're in a relegation zone, bruv. Trossard is picking up from the right movement. He's been very good lately. Trossard has been very good lately. Perhaps he's in the show. You know why, didn't you? Belgium, World Cup. He's one of them players on the fringe, isn't he? Wants to make the squad. They're not silly. Rejoice, DJB, rejoice. Live today. There's only today. Tomorrow is never. I am way rejoicing. Don't you worry about that. I am over the moon. That game today, listen, we got 3 points and we needed 3 points. I am absolutely over the moon. Trust me. I am rejoicing. 101%. We beat Burnley. That's it. That's it. What I'm hoping, ideally, is that Palace do a miracle against Man City. And then if we beat Burnley Monday, we can have the trophy at the Emirates and we can have all the glitz and glam at the Emirates, and I'll be there Monday night. By the way, Monday night, 8 o'clock kickoff, when we could potentially win the league. That is madness. We could potentially win the league on Monday and they've got an 8 o'clock kickoff going on. That is just crazy. Ian Wright's flip-flopping. Oh, man, I can't do it. I absolutely idolise Ian Wright. The guy was my idol when he played for Arsenal. As a pundit, I got no time of day for him. What's happening, Binks? If we do win, no one can say it's been a wonderful season. Stinky wins mostly, unconvincing apart from the odd game here and now. Yeah, I mean, if we do win the Premiership, you take your Arsenal hat off and you just look at the season. When all the dust settles and you're sitting there having your cold beer or your cocktail, or you're in your speedos or whatever by the swimming pool, and you look back at the season and you go, it weren't pretty. It was pretty awful. But someone had to win a crap league and we've just won it. So that's what we've done. We'll take it. We'll be shameless. 98511. Well done. Don't forget Martin Keown called Zubamendi Super Mendy and awarded Martin Odegaard man of the match when we lost 2-1 to Villa. Exactly. There you go. See, he's another one. Martin Keown. I admired Keown as a player at Arsenal. Wore his heart on his sleeve. However, he weren't one of my favourite Arsenal players. I've got to be honest with you. Definitely weren't one of mine. Let's take nothing to chance. 9-0. You never know what happens in football. You never know. Burnley could get a corner and the ref might see an infringement where Gabriel's holding or pulling the shirt and they might get a penalty. Who knows? Do you think that was Arteta's masterclass but hot the win? No masterclass there. Did you see substitutions? Absolutely woeful. Absolutely woeful. Hey, mate, just stopping by. Nicholas, how you doing, brother? Hope you will. Hope you will. Big up to you, Nicholas. Saka was invincible. Very disappointing. No, he wasn't good, was he? He wasn't good. He wasn't good. No. Again, I just feel that Saka's now, you're going to get moments from him. Unfortunately, injuries have crippled him, to be honest. Reminds me very much of Michael Owen at the moment. You're just going to get little moments of him, but I think the best of Saka, yeah, that's my opinion on Saka. Still not good enough, DJ. Could have been tricky today if the result didn't go in our favour. It would have been tricky, corrupt, 100%, massively. Burnley will probably set up the same way. Yeah, they'll go 5 across. They got a 2-2 draw today, though, Burnley. You know, some teams, do you know what, right? I have seen teams over the years play better once they're relegated than what they were before they were relegated, if you know what I mean. Once they know they're doomed and they're gone and they're relegated, they play their best football. They play their best football. Sometimes playing a relegated team is dangerous. They find they start to enjoy it because all the pressure's off. They know their fate. So they can start playing and they start playing with a bit of freedom. I've seen many relegated teams and you go, wow, where was that all season? Why ain't you been playing like that? You wouldn't have got relegated. So we can't take it for granted. We've still got to do a job. We still have to do a job. Spurs are getting a beating from Leeds. Benso, man, that'd be lovely. That would be absolute heaven. I bet you every West Ham fan will be watching that tomorrow. Look at those photos behind you, DJB. Literally historic icons. I don't know why Ian Wright and these top gooners have to ruin everything just to enjoy the moment. They have to play to the gallery, my friend. It's what keeps them in a job. Unfortunately, they lose their identity once they get into media. They have to pull the right strings, unfortunately, and they lose all their, That's why I like Roy Keane, because Roy Keane's a pundit, but he still says it as it is. What you got to ask yourself, right? Would you get someone like Roy Keane come out and say this is the best Man United team ever? If Man United have won the league this year, would he turn around and say this is the best Man United team ever? Would you get a Liverpool legend turn around and go, this is the best Liverpool team ever? And totally disrespects the likes of Kenny Dalglish, Graham Souness, Ian Rush and all of that. It just wouldn't happen. Just wouldn't happen. Only Arsenal pundits, ex-players, come out with trash. You don't hear it from any other football club. Don't hear it from any other football club other than people like Ian Wright and Martin Keown. Why? Because they want the gig. They play to the gallery. Big up to you guys on the super chats. Big up the Suge. I'm going to dream and pray to all my gods Arteta wins the Premier League and Champions League. Arbola gets sacked, then Madrid comes knocking for Arteta. I can only dream. Yeah, I don't think Madrid will come. Yeah, I mean, that would be good, wouldn't it? That would be good, Suge. But I don't know whether Real Madrid had knocked for Arteta or not. Do you know what though? If he does win the Premier League and the Champions League, I can see him going to Barcelona one day. I can see him going to Barcelona one day. You know? But we've got him for another 3 years. Big up again. Andy Hart, big up to you, 6138. Serious question, DJB. Didn't see the game due to work. Did West Ham get robbed? Looking to me on the highlight, looking like a goal. Right. Oh, do you know what? As I said to you before, I'm gonna be real with you. People say that they were hard done by. Some people say it was a definite foul. I just think there was too much going on in that penalty box when that corner came in. There was probably 3 or 4 fouls in that one incident. And to pick out that one incident on the goalkeeper. Do you remember when goalkeepers used to get protected all the time? Goalkeeper would come out to catch the ball, miss it, fall on the floor. It's a foul on the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper will come out, punch the player, miss the ball, foul on the goalkeeper. It was one of them. I think the goalkeeper got protected. There was lots of fouls going on. Rice was fouling. Trossard was fouling. If anything, there should have been perhaps a look for a penalty. Look, it's one of them that you see week in and week out, and it's given. Unfortunately for West Ham, it went to VAR. Referees looked at it and he's disallowed it. Very tough, but you know. And if you're going to disallow that, you ain't hardly going to see any goals from any corners next season. Because this is what I'm saying. If you're going to lay the law down with that incident, then next season you got to continue it, or next Saturday, or tomorrow. Spurs v Leeds. You got to see it. You got to carry it on. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Numpsky. Where's the Numpsky? He's in. Numpsky's in somewhere. Eze just jogs and strolls around. I think with Eze, he's got a bit of a swagger around him, hasn't he? I think he thinks that he's better than what he actually is. He needs to pull something out. Big up the Lynch. 2026 Premier League champions. Well, let's hope so, brother. Let's hope so. You know me, Lynch. I don't celebrate yet. But big up to you, my friend. Facts. Why does Eze only turn up against the Spuds? Some matches he's below average. I ain't got a clue, Binks. Don't know. I'll be watching him next season, though. And if he's not doing the business, he'll get called out. That's what I pay my money for. If we didn't have Raya this season, we would be mid-table side. I agree. If we didn't have Saliba and Gabriel as well. I'm telling you now, when Rice went right back, midfield was over. Done. Jam Boy's in. Big up, Jam Boy. Shit, sorry, DJB. Didn't realise you went live. Big up, everyone. I feel I've played 100 minutes after watching that game. Jam Boy, I've felt like that all season. Jam Boy. I've aged another 20 years this season. Incredible. Big up to you, Jam Boy. No worries, bruv. What do you mean? Anyway, Jam Boy, always go live. It's the Sunday sit back. Come on, man. But big up to you, my friend, as always. Legend. DJ B. Gal said everyone needs to apologise to Arteta. What for? What's he done? I'm not apologising for someone doing their job on £15 million a year at a club like Arsenal. Minimum expectations. You go and win the league. It's what you're employed to do. You've had 7 years to do it at £1 billion. What have I got to apologise for? He should apologise for me. I paid £1,500 for my season ticket and seen Dross all season. Go and apologise to me. Stan Sport host didn't say it was a penalty or not. They always tiptoe around the questions being asked. They will do, Nicholas. They'll always tiptoe. They won't hit the nitty gritty. As I said, it was a spectacle. They've got to sell Sky Sports box office, haven't they? It's spectacle. I'm surprised it wasn't about 14 minutes time added on. You know, DJB, that was a horrible performance. I feel for West Ham. It was a horrible performance, man. Not only do Crystal Palace play Europa final 3 days after us, but they get 10 million if Eze wins the Prem. Their B team is rolling over us. Lucy, lane 1. Yeah. The knock-on effect, it just rolls on and rolls on. Big up the Normskis in my right-hand mingle, man. Big up, Norms. Big up, Norms. Great performance today, Norms, eh? Yeah. Blew West Ham off the park, didn't we? Scintillating stuff. Saka, oh man, he was breathless, wasn't he? Eh? Absolutely breathless. Eze getting shots off. What the fuck was Zubi the sub? Why didn't he just put on Mosquera for White? Who knows, Nicholas? Why? Because it's Mikel Arteta and he thinks he's being clever. Yeah, that's his arrogance. Unfortunately, the arrogance today didn't cost him, but it will do. It will do. It will do. That's why I said, that's why I wanted a new manager. That's why I wanted a change of personnel. Get used to it. You got another 3 years of it. Everyone wants it. Kroenke's out. Arteta out. Saka out. We have to get used to Arteta as we've 100% won the league. West Ham was the final test and we finally got over the line. Bournemouth will stop City and they want the UCL. We won't need to beat Palace. I hope you are right, my friend. I hope you are 100% right. I really do. I want to celebrate on that 8 o'clock kickoff against Burnley. Big up the Suge as always. Suge is in. JK has put in so many comments. Big up to you, my friend. Same old Arsenal, always cheating. Stand up if you hate Tottenham. Great song, man. I don't know where that Arsenal always cheating come from. It's crazy, man. Can't blame Arsenal for a VAR decision. It's not Arsenal's fault. They didn't give it. One thing I will always say, when decisions go against you, you can't play. Serious question, DJB. See the game due to work. West Ham get robbed. Looking on me. Highlights looking for. Oh, we've read that one, Andy. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Bear with us, people. 93 in the building. Make sure you sub to the channel if you haven't already. Why not? Sean Baller 02, I love you. I love you too, bro. Big up, my friend. It was clear foul. He grabbed Raya's wrist and prevented the save. Watch it back in slow motion and freeze frame it on a bit. I'm going to Tat Toxics. I'm going to look at it in detail. Right. Tats. Did you see Declan Rice though on Mavropanos? Come on, let's be balanced here, yeah? Take your Arsenal hat off. What was Declan Rice doing with Mavropanos? What was Trossard doing as well? Have a look at that. If you're going to freeze frame it, you got to freeze frame everything. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul on Raya. What I'm saying is you've got to be consistent and you've got to look at the bigger picture. Because how many times have you been watching football this season and corners have gone in and you've seen grabbing, pulling, holding, arms across the keeper, jumping on defenders' backs, pulling players to the ground, and it's not been given. You've seen it so many times and it's not been given. Yet this one incident was given to the monitor. Yeah? Match of the day just showed a freeze frames of Brad catching arm being held back. Madrid didn't get Alonso after he went invincible and won a treble, so they won't go for Arteta yet. I don't think they'll go for Arteta yet. Yeah, point taken. I thought it was later you went live. Yeah, Jamboy, I've kind of changed it now to like 9:30 now because otherwise it gets too late, bro. And it you know, but big up to you, my friend, as always. Absolute legend. Make sure you go and sub to Jamboy as well. Binksy, Arteta needs to apologise to Arsenal fans for making us watch that horrible. Binks, I don't apologise to anyone, man. I don't apologise to anyone, darling, because at the end of the day, I don't need to apologise for someone on that money. Managing Arsenal Football Club's a privilege. It's not a chore, it's a privilege. It's taken him 7 years. It's taken him £1 billion. And if I'm going to be honest with you, he should have had a league title in the bag before now. So I'm not apologising for anything. He didn't apologise for me for bottling 3 league titles. He didn't apologise for me after that Carabao Cup final at Wembley. He didn't apologise for me for getting knocked out the FA Cup against Southampton. And he probably won't apologise to me when PSG batter us. Because if we play like that today, PSG is going to batter us. Let's make no bones about it, people. If he's putting Declan Rice at right back, then PSG are battering us. And he would have carried on at Declan Rice at right back if Calafiori hadn't got injured. You don't get away with mistakes like that against PSG. My biggest concern is if we don't win anything next season, then Top Gooners will say, look at what he's done for the club. That's what will happen. Prepare yourself. Get it in the system. Be prepared. Then it don't come as a shock, because that's what will happen. He could go the next 4 years and not win anything. And these guys will say, yeah, but look what he done. Look what he done. Trust me. Everybody knows 2026, who gives a F, what Slaphead Ego has to say. If he wasn't being Fleur's bitch, he'd run in the scam day centre. Yeah, exactly. I don't really listen to Igal. I don't watch Igal. I don't really comment on Igal. Igal's below me, my friend. He's below me. I don't let people like that bother me. If I start letting people like that bother me in life, I've got a problem. And he doesn't bother me. Yeah. But yeah, he's an idiot. Igal should apologise for doing football content. Exactly, Normski. Exactly. Him and loads of others. I saw a little short today of Kenny Ken and Dan jumping up and down and kissing each other when the goal went in. Kenny, you know, bruv, I'm not letting you get away with it. Just like Nortsky never let me get away with about to sing North London Forever. You ain't getting away with that one. No. No. Sorry, Kenny. I'm sick of Gary Neville commentating on big games. Oh, him and Carragher, man. I can't stand it. Can't stand them. Really can't. Yeah. An incredible story if Bournemouth it would be amazing. Bournemouth's going to be tough. Bournemouth is tough. Big up to Bournemouth, by the way, this season. Guys, I'll be back in 2 secs. I've got to have a toilet break, my people. Back in 2 secs. We're back, people. We're back. Arteta will still say if we don't win anything next season, unless he decides to leave himself. Yeah, it will happen one day. It will happen. Your YK Rice right back was a joke yelling at my TV. That was crazy. That was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Mosquera, it's like the obvious choice. Obvious choice. Skelly was starting to get on the ball in midfield. We was dominating. Not like crazy dominating. I mean, but we were probing. We was in control. We had a lot of possession. Everything was cool. And he puts him at right back and he gives West Ham the opportunities. I mean, it could have been a dark day. It could have been an easier dark day. Big up, Gav. I don't want to see Zubi on the pitch until we play PSG in the Champions League. I don't even want to see him on the pitch at the Champions League, Clement. In all due respects, I want Skelly to start. I really do. I want Skelly to start. He might not, though. I think he's going to sit back against PSG. I think he's going to try and frustrate them. I don't think he's going to go at them. I really don't think he's going to go at them. Kroenke out, Saka out, will never leave Arsenal as he knows his body is cropped and nobody else would want to sign him. Depends what he does next season. I'm giving Saka the benefit of the doubt because he deserves it, because he's carried this football team and he's carried this manager for a few seasons. But I'm telling you now, I'm giving him till next January. If I don't see performances on a regular basis from Saka, then for me, I'll be looking to sell him. Arsenal have one job left to do this 22-year Premier League drought, which is beat Burnley on Monday Night Football. 100%. 100%, Clement. Let's get it right. We just want that Premier League title. Yeah. We can talk about during the summer what the season's been like, how we play, blah, blah, blah. But I think we're just so desperate for it now. We're so desperate for it. And as I said, I'll be shameless. I'll be absolutely, it'll be amazing. It will be amazing. And, we can talk about the manager. We can talk about individual players all day long. But if we win the Premier League, it'll be something to saviour. It'll be something to celebrate, guys. Let's be honest. And we'll all do it together. And we'll all be together on it, 100%. How many games has Raya got man of the match? Quite a few, I think. Don't know off by heart. Don't know, but he's got quite a few. All credit to David. I think David Raya's up there in the top goalkeepers in the world. I'm going to be real. I think he's up there as one of the top goalkeepers in the world. 100%. I think he's a brilliant keeper. I really do. We're very lucky to have him. And it was well done. It was well done bringing him in, to be honest. All goalkeepers have bozo moments. All goalkeepers make mistakes. Unfortunately, that just goes with the territory of being a goalkeeper. And you're going to get them. But it's what they do on a consistent basis that you have to look at, not what they do on the odd moment. And on a consistent basis, David Raya is up there, 100%. Gabriel and Saliba, I think, are one of the two best centre-backs in world football as a pairing. Individually, you can have questions on who's better, but as a pairing, they're probably one of the best pairings in world football. That, for me, has won us the league. Them two at centre-backs, the goalkeeper, Rice in midfield, and when Timber was fit at right back, that is what's won us the league. Let's make no bones about it. It hasn't been our attacking. It hasn't been our attacking midfield. It hasn't been Eza. It hasn't been Saka. It hasn't been Trossard. It hasn't been Martinelli. It hasn't been Gyökeres. Even though he's got 19 goals, big up to him. But 14 Premier League goals, remember. Yeah. It hasn't been that. It has literally been those five players that have won us the league. Because can you imagine if we'd have lost Gabriel or Rice for long periods of time through injury? You imagine if we'd have lost two of those players, we wouldn't win the league. We wouldn't win the league. Simple as that. There are certain players in this team you can't be without, no matter who's in charge of the team. And those four key players you can't be without. You can be without Timber as long as you've got Gabriel and Saliba. You can't be without Saliba for long term, even though you've got Timber. That's the difference. You can't be without Gabriel for long periods of time, even though you've got Saliba. You can't be without one or the other. The odd game you could probably get away with. But a run of 8-10 games without Gabriel or Saliba in the team, you're losing games, you're dropping points. A run of 8 or 10 games without Rice in midfield, you're dropping points. A run of 8 or 10 games without David Raya, you're dropping points. No other players give you that consistency. You could be without Trossard for 10 games, wouldn't miss him. Saka for 10 games, which we have done, not missed him. You could probably be without Gorkarez for 10 games. You probably could gap fill, play a false 9. You know, won't miss him. Zubimendi, you wouldn't miss him. All them other players, you'd miss badly. Yeah, true. I saw Rice. I didn't think, oh, shit, we're going to give a penalty away here if we're not careful. But then when I saw the replay of the foul on Rao, it was the worst of the lot, to be fair. Tats, all I'm saying, what was the first incident? Was Reyes the first incident, or was Rice on Mavropanos the first incident? That's what you got to determine. What came first? Because if it was Rice's, they should be looking at the monitor to see if it's a penalty. Yeah? Keeper's hands are straight foul. So the ref Kavanagh hates us so far. To him, true foul must have been. I mean, it's a horrible decision to make for a referee. Horrible decision to make. Absolutely horrendous. PSG are going to be so well rested before the final. I'll tell you what, if we beat PSG, that will be some achievement. That will be some achievement. DJB, are you doing a league? I know what hours? No, I desperately needed the toilet, man. I was hanging on and hanging on and hanging on. I'm thinking I can't hang on anymore. I can't hang on anymore. I've got to go. Listen, when you get to my age, sometimes you just got to go. He was desperate to get Zubi in the team. I nearly cost us. He's squad player at best, bang average. I agree. Here's a question. Who would you rather have if you had to pick, Zubimendi or Odegaard? I know who I'm picking. I'm going to be straight. I'd rather have Odegaard than Zubimendi. DJB North London forever. Whatever the weather. Nomsky, I'm telling you now, there's a short out there, yeah, with old Desperate Dan and Kenny Ken jumping up and down, and Desperate Dan giving Kenny Ken a kiss on the cheek. Mate, it's cringing. Go and have a look. Go and find it. One for the mingle on Wednesday, people. One for the mingle on Wednesday. Lux videos, Arsenal only play one game a week now till the end of the season and a week off before the champion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one game a week now. This is it. This is it now. This is it. We can enjoy if we win the league. Let's have a look at the stats, guys. How's Raya isn't Spain's number one is mental. Do you know what, Jam Boy? I reckon he will be. I reckon he'll get the nod this World Cup. I might be wrong, but I reckon he'll be the number one. JB, do you think Saka is finished? His injuries might have done him in. I wouldn't say he's finished. I would still say he's got a role to play, and I'll still say he's a good player. I don't think Saka will reach the heights that people expect him to reach. I don't think he'll be as good as what people think he's going to be, if that makes sense. He's not going to bomb on. I think he's just leveled out. And I said this ages ago. I think Saka has reached his height. I don't think Saka can get any better. He can get a lot worse, but I don't think he can get better. I reckon Saka's reached his ceiling. I reckon the 22-23 season, bits of, 24-25 season, bits of that. I just think he's played his best football. I really do. And the injuries have not done him any favours. I have a feeling Gyökeres will be dropped in the final for Havertz. Do you know what? Please don't drop him. No. No. What was Havertz's role? What position was he playing? He just got in the way, didn't he? What does he do? He's another one. As soon as he came to the team, I thought, what we signed him for? What have we signed this brother for? And can someone tell me how Noni Madueke is getting in front of Dowman? How's he getting in front of Dowman? He is shocking. He is absolutely shocking. Let's have a little look, guys, at this. Share the screen. Here we go, people. As I always like to do, always like to go through this. Let's have a little look. So, West Ham 0, Arsenal 1. Trossard on 83 minutes. There it was. Bottom corner. Bang. In the net. There you go. Took a slight deflection. We had 64% possession. They had 36. 1.32 for all you XG lovers. 1.36. So, not a lot of difference. Total shots, we had 15, they had 9. Shots on target, we had 4, they had 3. Now that's key. That's key. 9 shots, 3 on target. 15 shots, 4 on target. We might need to do a bit of shooting practice. What do you reckon? Touches in the box, we had 25, they had 16. Now then, this is key as well. Big chances, we had 3. They had 2. Now, what you got to look at here is this, and this is what I've been saying about our final third in attack. If you're having 25 touches in the box and you're only creating 3 big chances, there's a problem. If they have had 16 touches in the box and they've created 2 big chances, you know what I'm saying? Big chances missed, 3, 2. Accurate passes, they had 67%, we had 82%. 414, they had 189. Yellow cards, corners, we all know about that. Expected XG, non-penalty XG. Total shots. Shots off target 6, they had 2. Shots on target 4, they had 3. Block shots, we had 5. They had 4. Hit the woodwork, we hit the woodwork twice. Shots inside the box, we had 9, they had 6. Worrying. Relegation West Ham, they got 6 shots inside the box, we only had 9. Shots outside the box 6, they had 3. Passes 503, they had 208. Accurate passes. So do you know what I'm saying? It's that final third, it's that attack, and it's been like it all season. Jules won 34, they won 49. Ground duels 24. They won 33, so they were winning more duels than us. Aerial duels, we won 10. They won 16. Successful dribbles, we had 2. They had 7. We didn't smash West Ham. We didn't smash West Ham United today. West Ham deserved a draw. Let's be real. This ain't a masterclass. This is job done. David Raya, 8.3. I disagree. 8.2 for Trossard, slightly high. Mavropanos got an 8. William Sleever 7.5, about right. Declan Rice 7.5. That's about right because he was struggling at right back. Gabriel 7.4, probably a little bit higher. Fernandez 7.2. No, I'd have given him a 6. 6.5. Martin Odegaard 7.1. Eze 7. Nah. Eze 6 for me. Lewis Skelly, 6.7. Yes, because he was thrown at left back, went backwards. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 6.7. I thought Wan-Bissaka played well for them. I'd give him a 7. Victor Gorkarez, 6.5, probably about right. Didn't get any service, was running around like a blue arse, whatever. Bukayo Saka, 6.5. I'd have given him a 6. He was absolutely dross. So Ricardo Calafiori, 6.4, probably about right. Jared Bowen, 6.3. He wants out the football club. He's had enough. Danny Dye's going to kill him. Martin Zubamendi, 6.2. Be lucky, I'll give him 5.2. Noni Madueke, 6.1. Should never get an Arsenal shirt. I'll give him about a 4. And yeah, list goes on. Callum Wilson. So there you go. So yeah, look at the duels. They won more duels than us in the air and on the floor. And touches in the box, created chances and all that. As I said, wasn't absolutely a whitewash, was it? Wasn't a potential Premier League champions against a relegated West Ham putting them to the sword, was it? Let's be honest. We got the job done. Gabriel, Raya and Rice. Lynch, you know, bruv. You know. In case his hamstring goes again. Sorry, guys, I'm just watching that behind on the chat. Odegaard. Yeah, there you go. See? Odegaard. Binks, neither. Yeah, given the choice, neither of them, but we haven't got the choice. If we had the choice, I'm going with Odegaard over Zubamendi. I'm sorry, I am. That's the way it is. Yeah, I hear you. I don't think Raya was being pulled first, to be fair, because Arteta was making the motion of an arm grab from the sideline right away. That's why VAR team wanted it. Yeah, but we was all moaning, wasn't we, about Simeone and his antics. About the goal being about, you know, whether it was a penalty or not. Mikel Arteta was doing exactly the same today, but no one's mentioning that, are they? No one's mentioning it today. The first incident was the Rice foul on Mavropanos. It will get mentioned on this channel because I say it and talk football as it is. The first incident was the Rice foul on Mavropanos. That's the one that should have been reviewed. The Raya incident was secondary, and that's the one that got disallowed. That's how bad Zubamendi is, yeah. I've called it after game 5 or 6. When everyone was going mad about him, I was on Dan's roundabout saying, don't rate him. I think he's overrated. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I do. I think he's overrated. He's not an upgrade. Zubamendi has not been an upgrade on Thomas Partey. Let's get that 100. Zubamendi has not been anywhere near an upgrade on Thomas Partey by no means. Seriously. Sleep in the deep, 79 Saka has done like a burnt out. Yeah, do you know what? As I said, I'll keep an eye on Saka next season, and if he's still not pulling up trees by January and we can cash in on him, he might be one that I'd be saying sell. I know it's Star Boy and no one wants to say it, and you know, he got the tap in against Atleti and suddenly he's world class. Did you see the goal he scored? I'd have scored it. Doesn't make me world class, does it? See what we're seeing now of Saka is his limit. Yep. No tap-ins today, I'm afraid. Big up, Caesar. Sorry. Was you asking DJB or me? I thought you was asking me. Havertz scores the winner for Chelsea in the final. His experience will be invaluable in the final. I can see the PR already. Assembled yet? They'll all be calling for Havertz, the saviour. They'll all be calling for Havertz. Jamboy 1984, I was asking JB, mate, but I appreciate your input, your thoughts on the comment. Always good to get other opinions from the chat. Yeah, big up, my friend. I must have missed that one. Sorry, my brother. Trying to keep up with it the best I can, as always. Smash the likes up, gays. Come on, gays. Get those likes up. Honestly. Honestly, we're one win away from the league. Oh man, I hope so, Lynch. Lynch, we're there. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna embrace it. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna absolutely love it. I'll be with my sons. Me and my sons be together. The parade's on the 31st now, which is good. Let's hope it's a double parade. And I'm going to love it. Absolutely love it. 100%. Can I still have an opinion? Of course I can. Do I still want high standards? Of course I do. Do I still want better players at Arsenal? 100%. Doesn't make me negative. Just makes me an Arsenal fan. Why not? We'd all like a bigger house, yeah? We'd all like a faster car. We'd all like to win the lottery. You know what I mean? You all want better things. What we like and what we get is two different things. Sometimes you just have to suck it up, and I'm sucking it up. I accept the fact that Arteta's going to be here. Don't like it? I accept it. Is it my choice? No. Will I call him out next season when the wheels come off completely? Of course I will. Do I want a better player than Zubimendi? Yep. Do I want a better player than Odegaard? Yep. Would I like Alvarez at the team? Yep. There you go. Do I feel that we need another left back? 100. Do we need another attacking midfielder? Yes, we do. Because I don't think Skelly long term is the answer. I think there's better than Skelly out there. And if the opportunity comes along, you've got to sign him. Can we get 60, 70 million for Skelly? Would you sell him? 100%. 100%. Because this manager, it will throw him under the bus. He might be flavour of the month at the moment because he's putting him in the shop window. And he wants to try and make him go to the World Cup. He's given Skelly the opportunity because he knows he's earmarked him to be sold. So while Skelly's putting these performances in midfield, the price is going up. But I'm telling you now, whether you like it or not, and you ain't going to like it, people, we need to sell big in the summer if we want quality in the door. That's just a fact. Martinelli's got to be sold. Trossard, although he's had a couple of good games back end of the season, has got to be sold. Jesus has got to be sold. Havertz has got to be sold. Odegaard's got to be sold. Norgard's got to be sold. Ben White's got to be sold. Calafiori, for me, has got to be sold. Injury prone. Don't last longer than 3 games. Not that special anyway. Got to be sold. Let's not get carried away with what we've got to do just because we're going to lift a title. You've still got to be realistic of the situation. A lot of these players have got to move on. Saka has needed rotation the last 3 years and would be peaking. Mikel 100% to blame. Totally Lynch. Killed him. Today's game was typical of the whole season. Asleep in the deep. Said it right at the start of my stream. What you saw today is pretty much what it's been like watching Arsenal Football Club. It's pretty much what you've been watching Arsenal. That game today sums up what we've been watching from Arsenal on a consistent basis. Lacklustre performance going forward, odd chance here and there, brilliant goalkeeping, brilliant defending, Rice in midfield. That's it. That is it. That there, in a nutshell, is how Arsenal's been playing all season and last season a lot of the time as well. We've had the odd game. We've had moments. Atleti in the semi-final got the job done. Other than that, I was there live watching it. Wasn't brilliant. The occasion was brilliant. The football was terrible. Let's be real. This is what it is. It is what it is, people. It is what it is. Big up to everyone locked in, people. Make sure you smash a like, guys. Really does help the channel. YouTube are doing madness again, and yeah, the algorithms are all up the plate, and it's the little channels like us that are being affected. So make sure you smash a like. Make sure you sub. We're not far away from 3K, people. Make it happen. That would be absolutely brilliant if you can. Oh man, sorry. Oh, I've just seen this, Matty. Let's try and get Matty on if he's still there. Sorry, I've only just checked my phone. So bad of me. 1 sec. Oh, damn. I'll never check. I'm not a phone person, right? I'm old school. My phone, I don't check it. I really don't. I'm not one of these people that are glued to the phone. I've got a life. And this fraud's about to get a new contract and he ain't even won anything yet. Nope, not yet. He hasn't. Not yet. He hasn't. He will do, though. He is going to win something. Well, I hope so, anyway. Oh, if you're still around, Matty, sorry, my friend. Yeah, right. Sent Matty the link. Matty, if you're still around or watching, I apologise. I've only just checked my WhatsApp. Big up everyone locked in. So we have Burnley, Monday night football. Monday night football. Should have kept Tierney. Yeah, G-Force. I think we should have kept him for at least another season or two. 100%. He was a natural left back. We still haven't got a natural left back when you think about it, have we? We haven't really got an out-and-out left back, have we? Let's be honest. We haven't really got... Again, Ben White's struggling now, so we need another right back. We need another backup for right back. I'm not convinced on Mosquera playing right back. He's not a right back. He's a centre half. I think he's got a good future centre half, but I don't think he's a right back. So there's two areas we need to look at, left back and right back. We've got Timber, injury prone, need a decent backup. We need an out-and-out left back. Skelly's not an answer. Calafiori, again, injury prone, not an out-and-out left back. Hincapié, for me, he's okay, but he's in the attacking sense, going forward, he doesn't really do it for me. So there's two areas that I think we need to improve in. I still think we need another attacking midfield player. I think Skelly's brilliant and he's doing a great job. Is he going to be able to maintain that? Does Skelly come across to me as a kind of player that's consistently going to improve and raise the levels? I don't think the manager's going to give him the opportunity. So I'd like another attacking midfield player in there. Left side of we haven't got one. Martinelli and Trossard is in and out. Trossard, as Kenny would say, he's dibbly-dobbly. You're going to get 3 games that he's going to do okay in, and then he's going to have 8 games where he goes missing and he's not on it. Martinelli's finished. I'm sorry. Martinelli's in the Noni Madueke bracket for me. So we need a left-sided midfield player. I think we need another striker alongside Gyökeres. Or if Gyökeres is not on it, you need someone that's going to come in and be on it. Havertz is not. Marino's not. So for me, I'd love another striker like Alvarez or someone like that. Right-hand side, we've got to get rid of Noni Madueke, get him sold. We need another right-hand side midfield player. We ain't going to get Elise or no one like that. I'd go and sign Bowen, to be honest. I'd get Bowen from West Ham. He can play as a 10. He can play on the right. He can play down the middle. Be a brilliant squad player. Yeah, sell Marino as well. Another one, 100%. I don't know. I don't know about Marino. I think a fit Marino's a utility player. You can put him up front. You can put him down the middle. Not a bad squad player to have. Havertz has got to go. Jesus, yeah, 100%. Jesus has got to go. 100%. Yeah, Bowen would be ideal. He weren't on it today, Bowen. I think Bowen's head's turned. I think he's looking elsewhere, if I'm going to be honest with you. I think, yeah, 100%. Yeah, could sell 10 guys. See, unfortunately, see, the thing is with Arsenal, right? This is the situation we're in at the moment. We needed to sign players to get us where we are now. Yeah. So we needed an Eze, we needed a Gorkarez, we needed to sign players, we needed to get the squad depth better. Even though it's not been used properly, we still needed to strengthen. The problem is now we've got players at the football club that have come to their natural end. Whether that's injuries, whether that's where they've loss of form, they've come to their natural end. So as much as people say, oh, you can't get rid of him, you can't get rid of him, you can't get rid of him, because we've just won a Premier League. Well, you can. You can. Because when you've won a Premiership, that is the time to go and strengthen. The amount of clubs that have won Premierships and stuck to the same squad and then finished mid-table the following season or struggled the following season is unreal. That is when you got to strike when the iron's hot. Right, we've won the Premier League, brilliant. Right, what players now can we get rid of and bring in to go again and freshen it up? Because if you're not freshening the manager up, you've got to freshen what's on the field of play. You've got to get the players freshened up. Yeah. So for me, it needs strengthening. It needs strengthening. Whether you call it another rebuild or not, I don't care. It needs strengthening. Let's be honest. You ain't going to win another Premiership title next season with Jesus, Havertz, injury-prone Calafiori, Martinelli, Trossard. It ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. Eze and Gorkarez have been good signings without being hypercritical. They've scored some big timely goals. Yeah, massive. Massive. They have been good signings. I just want Eze to go the next level. I want him to be consistent. You know? Massive Lynch. Massive signings. I just don't think Lego Man is the one to take us. No, he's not, Jam Boy. We know that. You know that. And it is what it is. Hats off to him this season if he wins, if he does a madness, brilliant. But I just fear that long term, going the next 2-3 years, I just feel it's all going to go pear-shaped. That's just my feeling. I could be wrong, and I'll hold my hands up if I am. That's just my feeling, brother. Agree, but the players must stand out at least to attract. But as who knows? Yeah, I totally agree. Arteta needs to be able to win a Prem and tell whoever isn't motivated to give the same effort next year that they can leave. That's what Pep does. No complacency. Black's Crow, we can't be complacency because we are going to be targeted next season. You go into that Premier League as champions, it's completely different. It's completely different. That's why a lot of teams have never retained it. You know? All teams want a piece of you. They raise their game against, you know, they just do. It just does. It just happens. It just happens. The best outcome is Arteta wins and leaves on a high note. Maybe he needs a break looking haggard. Binks, he ain't going to though, is he? I agree with you, but it's not going to happen, Binks. Honestly, we're just going to have to just Get used to it. Horrible, but we're just going to have to do it. How long will Guardiola stay? Do you know what? Do you know what, though? Right. If he doesn't win the Premier League, he's still probably win a domestic double, FA Cup and Carabao Cup. And he's still been in the fight for the Premier League right up until the last. This Man City that was meant to be washed and done and finished, I think he'll stay one more year. I think next year will be Pep's last season because he's had Semenyo, he's had Gahey. I think there'll be a few more signings. Cherky will only get better. Haaland will be Haaland. Man City will be massive next season. They'll make 2 or 3 signings next season. They'll be huge. Man United will be good next season. Apparently, Bruno Fernandes got Premiership Player of the Season. Yeah. Eze really pisses me off sometimes with his nonchalance bullshit. He's really wound me up today. Yeah, he was. He's frustrating, Eze, isn't he? He is frustrating. I know where you're coming from, Jam Boy. Without even thinking too long, I'd rate the following players under 25 higher than Saka: Yamal, Goulier, João Neves, Pedri, Syrian Henry, Kabasi Musiala. Yeah, I agree, Such. I agree. They're all them players I'd take. Unfortunately, I wouldn't have done a couple, but now he's falling behind, isn't he, Saka? He is falling behind. That's the problem. I'd throw another one in with that. Elise as well. Facts, my friend. Big up to you, always, Suj. We're finished now with the phases. No phases. No, all done. We win the Premiership. It's back to square one. Back to the drawing board. Start again. No phases. No, we haven't got to trust the process. All the phases are done. Trusting the process is all finished. Let's go and win it again. However, you won't get that. It'll be, oh, what a genius. What a genius. We nearly come unstuck today. If that had have all gone wrong, here's one question for you, right? If that goal would have stood and we'd have come out of there with a 1-1, nobody would have mentioned the horrific substitutions and the performance of Saka, Eze, and all of that. All the fans would be going in hard on that was a foul on Raya, we've been robbed, VAR this, VAR that, the referee, it's a conspiracy, no one wants Arsenal to win the league. No one would mention the horrific substitutions, the horrific performance. That would never get a mention. If that goal would have stood, all you'd have heard was how bad the referee and VAR are. And that's the Arsenal world we live in, people. Bias. And, yeah. Still won a double, serial winner, off-season domestic double. No, Man City were washed, Lynch. Man City are rubbish. They're washed. They're done. They're finished. Smash the like, subscribe, DJB and the Huddle. Big up Kawaja. Big up Paul Nash, my friend. Big up the Jam Boy. Kawaja's back in. Subscribe to Nomsky. Always subscribe to Nomsky. Cavara was 25 in February. Yeah, Cava, man, what a player. What a player. He's so exciting, isn't he, Cava? He's so exciting. Evening, my lady. Evening, Nash. You had your kebab this weekend yet, bruv? Eh? And Jam Boy, good evening. Oh, Nash, were you napping? He's been on the. He's had a heavy weekend, old Paul Nash, hasn't he? Listen, I know you're all missing the retro. We ain't done the retro for 2 weeks, have we? Especially Nashy. He's pulling his hair out. He needs some retro therapy, didn't you? Hopefully, it'll go ahead Tuesday. I'll check with Shane tomorrow, and hopefully, we'll get a retro show up and running Tuesday, my friend. Yeah. Big up, no comp. Big up, DJB. Watching today's game. First 25 minutes, we were on the front foot. Unlucky not to score a couple. Calafiori was unbelievable. But how do we just fall apart in the second half? Basically down to the manager making horrific substitutions, putting Rice at right back. That was it. Told you. Take Rice out of the midfield. We ain't got one. Rice went out of the midfield. We lost all our shape. Gabriel and Saliba was frightened to pass to anyone else because they can't trust them with a ball. Rice is the outlet. Rice is the engine. Rice is what makes the midfield tick. You put him right back. Arsenal are not Arsenal. And that's it. West Ham then got on the front foot. DJB asked, let's hope Manchester City drop points to Crystal Palace on Tuesday. Khawaja, I can't see that. I can see Bournemouth being their potential banana skin. I can see Bournemouth. If Bournemouth turn them over, then Monday night could be a heaven. It could be a good Monday night, and I don't know how I'm going to get a train home. How do you get a train home Monday night if we win the league? Seriously. 8 o'clock kickoff. I don't get home till midnight on a normal day. Imagine if we win the league with a trophy and everything. The whole of North London will be out on the streets. It'd be like that film, wouldn't it? Fever Pitch. After the 89 Anfield, everyone will be on the streets. The whole stadium won't go early, so you'll have like 60,000 people in the stadium, all trying to get home at the same time. It'd just be. I don't know. I'll have to get an Uber or a cab or something all the way home to Essex. Cost me a fortune again. Facts, DJB, our momentum went for Burton when he put Deck at right back. 100%. 100%. As I said to you before, there's 4 players in this team that you just cannot do without. You can't be without David Raya. You can't be without Gabriel. You can't be without Saliba, and you can't be without Declan Rice. Everyone else you can make do. Timber, as brilliant as he is, you can make do. You can gap fill. You can be without Gorkarez. You can be without Saka. You can be without Trossard, Martinelli, Odegaard. You name it, you can be without. You cannot, any length of time, be without Rice, Gabriel, Saliba, or Raya. Any one of them players goes missing for 10 games, you're struggling. You're struggling. Look at that season we got Saliba injured. Big up, Jamboy. I knew there'd be some controversy. Yep. 100%. The Vitality Stadium is a tough place to go. Yes, massive. Big up to Bournemouth. By the way, right, I'm gonna get the league table up because I want to show some credit to some of these teams. We're coming to the end of the season, right? We all know Arsenal. Yeah, and credit to Arsenal as well. But like, you've got to see this, right? This, for me, here we go. I mean, this is the situation. Man City don't win at Bournemouth, and we beat Burnley, we win the league. Simple as that, right? Okay. Manchester United. In all respects, Carrick has done a brilliant job at Man United. Let's be honest. Let's not beat about the bush. Let's take all our hates for other teams off if you hate them and all of that, and just look at the situation. Manchester United, Carrick's done a brilliant job, absolutely brilliant job. Liverpool, no, not this season. Very disappointing. How they're still fourth, I do not know, to be honest with you. Aston Villa, yeah, okay. Unai Emery, another European Cup final. You know, if they finish fifth, good season. But then look, people, look at Bournemouth, Areola. Look at Bournemouth. And I always say to people like this, right? If Mikel Arteta was manager of Bournemouth, with their budget, with the size of that football club, it wasn't that long ago I was watching Bournemouth in the lower leagues. Would Arteta at Bournemouth have them in sixth? You talk about elite managers, right? Where would Bournemouth be if Arteta was in charge of them? Look what the young manager's done at Brighton. Look at Brentford. Brentford. Their manager taking over at Brentford. They lost Norgard, the captain. They lost the manager. They lost Wissa. They lost Mbeumo. They got Thiago balling out on 20-odd goals. Look where they are. Bournemouth, Brighton, and all these... Bournemouth could make Champions League. Sixth place could get you Champions League. Bournemouth in the Champions League. I mean, hats off to them, man. What an absolute brilliant season these teams have had. Chelsea, absolute horrendous. Horrendous. Everton, Moisey, yeah. Know what you're getting with Moyes. Fulham on the beach. Sunderland, great season. Got promoted. Was flying high at the top at one point. Granit Xhaka has done well for them. Newcastle, disappointing. Crystal Palace, I would say disappointing, to be honest with you. Yeah. Nottingham Forest, safe. Perfectly safe. Stayed in the Premiership, I suppose. Nottingham Forest, good for them. Leeds United, brilliant season. Stayed in the Premiership. Spurs, horrendous. West Ham, horrendous. West Ham should not be there. West Ham should be where Brentford are. Everton, minimum 10th. They shouldn't be there. Burnley, embarrassment to the Premier League, and Wolves have had an horrendous season as well. So yeah, there's your Premier League so far. So, but yeah, I mean, Bournemouth, Man City going to Bournemouth, that could be the one. That could be the one, people. That could be the one. Big up everyone that's locked in. Paul Nash is in. Ruthless Gooner Raid. Big up, Ruthless. Thank you very much indeed. Big up to you, my friend. PFC TV, big up to you. Welcome. Make sure that you're locking in. Make sure that you're subbing to the channel, everyone. And we are not far away from 3K. That would be brilliant. Paul Nash, Tottenham could end up getting only a point from their last 3 games. Wouldn't that be brilliant, man? Wouldn't that be brilliant if Spursy done a Spursy and lost against Leeds? Wouldn't that be some fantastic? And West Ham. Do you know what will happen, though? I can see this happening, right? Spurs lose and West Ham get beat at Newcastle. And Spurs stay in the Premiership because of West Ham losing at Newcastle. That would be a heartbreak, wouldn't it? I think he'd be a great addition to the squad. DJB, you and Lubo, the Spurs fans should collab. He's a Spurs version of DJB. Do you know what? I've heard this. I will try and get on with Lubo. And if Lubo, if you're watching or whatever, and you wanna collaborate, we can do that end of the season. We'll have a little chat. That'd be great. Always welcome. Darren Sullivan, big up DJB. Someone has just commented that we're 100% there and have win the title. Yeah, I know. We're not there yet, Darren. We're not there yet. As I said, until I actually see those ribbons being tied around the... No, not yet. When I'm seeing this manager putting Declan Rice at right back, I am not taking anything for granted. Nope. 101 likes, Bosch. Big up, Jam Boy. Big up to you, Jam Boy. Absolute legends. I just want to say, people, you know, the season's coming to an end, and I do say this all the time. Guys, all the people that have supported the channel, that have been in the chat on a regular basis, on and off, whether you've just breezed through, no matter how long you've stayed, honestly, it has been an absolute brilliant appreciation for all of you. Thank you very, very much for all of your support. It's been absolutely amazing. And I've loved doing the Sunday sit back. I like doing my mingle, me and Kenny on a Thursday. I know I only do 3 shows a week, but honestly, guys, it's been an absolute blast. Thank you very much indeed. DJB, are you going to the Champions League final? Right. That is the question. I'm going to have to see if I get a ticket. Been in the ballot. We'll know if we'll get a ticket. B, I put every single permutation in of price, costing and everything else, and it's fortunes. It's absolute fortunes. And as you know, I always go football with my sons. Me and my sons are in it together, and we always go football together. I cannot watch or go to a Champions League final and witness greatness. If we were to win it, I won't be able to witness that and not be with my sons. I can't. I've got to be with my sons when we win the Champions League. So it's either all for one or one for all. So if my sons can't go because of the cost, then I can't go. I can't bring myself to go on my own without them. It's just one of them things. So at the moment, it's all in the air. It's all ifs and buts if we get a ticket. I'm certainly not going to go if I don't get a ticket. That's for sure. The flights are horrendous. The hotels are horrendous. And I can't blame the supporters like myself if we don't go. All I blame is football and UEFA. It's scandalous. The real fans suffer. The opportunists, all the fans that go, majority of them are not real fans. Corporates, celebrities, and yeah, it's just not fair. It's really not fair. But it is what it is. It's modern football, and you just have to deal with it. World Cup's the same. And eventually it will just price itself out. And that'll be it. But yeah, I've not given up hope. But if I don't go, I will enjoy it, and it will be a buzz, and it will be brilliant anyway. Probably go to the stadium. We're toying with going to the stadium if we don't go, to be honest. Yeah. Good night, Jam Boy. Take care, my friend. Bless up. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. Night, Jam Boy. Good night, Jam Boy. Good night, Jim Bub. Top man DJB. It's sickening how we're treated. 100%. 100%, Darren. Another billion next season rebuild if we don't get over the line. There won't be a billion, my friend. I ain't got the money. We need to sell players. This is what I'm saying. People don't realise we need to speculate to accumulate. Binks, Jim Bob moved out years ago. Good night, Jam Boy. Sleep well, mate. Everyone sleep well. Stay healthy. 100%. What a community, people. What a community. Big up to the community, all of yous. Hendon Guna, DJB, it's ludicrously expensive, about to get more expensive, and it looks like Iran war ceasefire was about to collapse. The cost of fuel is going, oh, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I do think a lot of it is jumping on the bandwagon, though, to be honest. I really do. I think it's an opportunity just to get money out of people. Like COVID, when the supermarkets started putting up prices, any little chink in the armour now, prices go up. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to rip people off around the world. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, great win, but I could celebrate at full time because I felt sorry for the West Ham fans. It was one of them, wasn't it? Because Spurs are down there. I felt like that. I've got to be honest. If it had been, yeah, it was one of them, wasn't it? When Ryan made that save, I'm thinking Spurs are safe. I'm over the moon that he's made the save, but I'm thinking when he disallowed the goal, I'm thinking that's it. Spurs are safe. So it was one of them. I couldn't really. I was over the moon and I was gassed, but yeah, because you knew you was doing Spurs a favour as well. You know, Joseph CG, Odegaard assist for the goal shocked me too. Yeah, I mean, look, Odegaard's got that in his locker. You just don't see enough of it. That's the problem. We haven't seen enough of it, but Odegaard has got that in his locker. Yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't show it enough, which is a shame. So, but all credit to him. You know, it's a good little ball, good little 1-2 by him and Rice. Gets in a position, cuts it back. Trossard gets a little deflection, which just drops it in the bottom corner. I'll take it all day long, people. I'll take it all day long. But big up everyone that's locked in. Make sure you smash a like and make sure that you sub if you haven't subbed. We are coming to the end of the Sunday sit back. 2.5 hours, people. 2.5 hours. Mod, who's live? Who's live at the moment that we can raid? Someone must be live. Oh, man. Someone must be live. Let's have a look. This is where I freeze, people. So please forgive me. This is where I freeze, right? I don't know why. I don't know why it does this, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to find out why it does this, but I don't freeze just yet, but I will freeze. All right. So if I freeze, I apologise. Let's see who's live. PMR update. Anyone live who I like? Oh, Lee G's live. Lee's live. Desperate Dan's live. Positive Dan's live. Arteta is the real deal. Arsenal to win the double. He's saying positives. Dan's saying that Arteta is the real deal. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I can't be going over to him. All right, Lee Gunner's live. And who else is live? Sunday Social. The Gooner's live as well. All right. Big up everyone that's in. Rightio, people. That's that. And we're back. Sorry if I did I freeze? DJB musical statues once again. Don't know why it does it. Every time I raid someone, it does it all the time. There's quite a few that are live at the moment because it's Arsenal winning today, isn't it? So like league's all on and everything else. But look, before I go, this is where I stand, right? What we see today is pretty much how Arsenal have been playing football. Yeah, it weren't good. It weren't pretty. it was job done. That's all it is. That's all we've been saying. Oh, it weren't pretty, but it got the job done. That's all we've been saying all the time. Oh, we got the job done. We got the job done. It is what it is. It is what it is. West Ham, for me, deserved to draw. We got the 3 points. There was some bad performances by certain individual players. The substitutions were horrendous. Yeah, if you're going to give that free kick, then you've got to be consistent and give every single free kick from a corner where that happens. Was it the first contact? No, I don't think it was. I think it was one of them. I think that should have easily been given. Was it a foul? Possibly. But then you have to look at the bigger picture. You have to look at all the things that were going on in the penalty box. There was more than one foul in that penalty box. And we got away with one. We got away with one. Is that the reason why West Ham are getting relegated? No. That's not the reason why West Ham are getting relegated. The reason why West Ham are getting relegated is because they've missed a sitter. Instead of putting it in the bottom right-hand corner, he's gone left and it hit straight at Raya. The other reason why West Ham could be getting relegated is because of the board, Sullivan, Lopetegui, Potter, bad signings, not really spending the money and replacing with quality when they lost Rice. There's 101 things why West Ham may be getting relegated. You cannot blame VAR for being relegated. That was one incident in one game. There's been more than one incidents in games the reason why West Ham have got relegated. Let's be brutally honest. And as I said, I've got a soft spot for West Ham, and I've got a lot of friends that are West Ham. I've got brothers that are West Ham fans. I've got certain family are West Ham fans. So I, for one, don't want to see West Ham get relegated. But let's be brutally honest. Up until Christmas, West Ham were awful. They were shocking. And that's what's got them relegated. So, yeah. You know, it's sad, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah. No, we deserve to go down. You're not down yet, E20 zone. Come on, man. Keep the faith. Just keep that faith, James. Spursy could do a Spursy tomorrow. If Spursy do a Spursy tomorrow, then you've got to beat Newcastle. And do you know what I can see happening? I can see Spurs drawing and you losing against Newcastle. That's what I can see happening. If that happens, that will be absolutely horrendous. That'd be worse than losing today. Trust me. If Spurs open the door and Newcastle shut it where you don't perform at St James's Park, oh man, that would be gut-wrenching. That would be awful. Whipped in the final, we play like that. G-Force, I'm telling you now, we play like that against PSG or any team with quality, we're getting done. We're getting done. Absolutely getting done. And one thing you can honestly say about today, when Declan Rice came out of midfield and went right back, it opened the game up to West Ham. And I'm going to say it before I say goodnight. There are players that we cannot be without. Saliba, Gabriel, Rice and Raya. That is it. We lose them players, we're finished. Didn't they get rid of Moyes because he didn't play the West Ham way? Yeah, listen. E20 Zone was one of these people that didn't want Moyes to go. He wasn't quite ready for Moyes to leave the club. He knew Moyes had to go eventually, but at the time, he just wanted Moyes to hang around for a couple of seasons to get that stability. It was a big mistake getting rid of Moyes, and all them West Ham fans that were wanting to get rid of Moyes, you're reaping what you sow. because look where Moyes is, look where Everton is, and look where West Ham are, and that's all you need to know. But yeah, big up to everyone locked in. Guys, we're going to go over to Lee's. If you want to go over to Lee, I don't quite know what he's doing, what's happening, but we're raiding over to Lee's. Put the DJB raid, and yeah, thank you all for watching, all for tuning in. Listen, we're nearly there, guys. We've nearly got our hands on the magic trophy that's behind me. 22 years, it's been a long time. I don't really care how we get it. Just get it done this season. Whatever we say, whatever we do, doesn't matter. Get that trophy in the cabinet and then go and enjoy the Champions League. Hopefully we can go and get a miracle in the Champions League as well. That would be brilliant. That would be amazing. Yeah, so big up to everyone. Unlucky West Ham. Keep the faith. Please, Leeds, go and beat West Ham, please. Go and beat Spurs. Please, please, please. Go and beat Spurs tomorrow. If there's any Leeds fans in the chat and you're going, get behind them. Come on, Leeds. Miracles do happen. Big up Binks. Big up Jamboy that's been locked in. Big up Paul Nash. Big up the Lynch. E20 Zone from West Ham as well. Make sure you go and subscribe to E20 Zone. He needs it, guys. He needs the love. Gavin, PFC TV, Martin Danso as well has been in. Black's Crow's been in. Darren Sullivan, always. Jamboy, always. You know who you are, people. Everyone's been in. Ruthless Gooner as well. Thank you very, very much. Make sure all those that have been locked in, there's wonderful Suge as well. Thank you for all your super chats and everything. Smashing the likes. Hype and like, people. Hype and like. Big up to everyone. And I will see you. What's happening? When am I on next? Tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be doing the usual show with Lee and Matty and Kenny. OGs as well. Monday night I'll be on. Tuesday, I think we'll be doing the retro show, me and Shane. So that'll be a nice little break from football, nice little retro show. And then Wednesday, we've got the Mingle, people. And if you haven't seen the Mingle, come and join us. You'll have some fun. It is a fun place to be because we talk about football and then we just go off topic and talk about all sorts of stuff. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe. Enjoy your Monday, people, and enjoy the rest of the week. Come on, you Gunners. Let's get the trophy done. Come on, Bournemouth. Come on, Leeds. You know what it's all about, people. I'm out of here. Take care. Bless every single one of you. Night-night.